Live. More now from ABC's Wayne Cabot.
I definitely consider him as my hero as he stopped bleeding and saved my life.
12-year-old Parker Roll says his brother Jack wrapped his leg for the 60-mile boat ride to the nearest hospital after the shark attack. The family was on an excursion to swim with the sharks and thought that they were among normally docile nurse sharks, but then an 8 to 10-foot-long reef shark latched on to Parker's leg.
I didn't really feel it at first because there's just so much adrenaline.
Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 254 points. The NASDAQ is up 211, and the S&P 500 is up 38. KDKA Sports, the Pirates are in Philadelphia for a series with the Phillies. Braxton Ashcraft gets the start for the Bucks. First pitch is at 6:40. KDKA radio news time is 10:03, and it is currently 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Buy one window, get a free unicorn. Just kidding. Are you tired of dishonest offers? I'm Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors, and we take your home seriously. If you need windows, roofing, siding, or doors, we'll give you fair, honest pricing the first time, every time. No pressure, no gimmicks. We'll give you a free estimate. You don't even need to be home. Call 412-678-7008. That's 412-678-7008. If you're lucky, we'll throw in a unicorn.
30 time would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, it's 29,000. Being 7.5 would have been 9.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on August 4th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
It's Marty. I'm here with Harold Shepley. I'll tell you why I reached out to him and how we met. I noticed that you help people. It's kind of your instinct, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel called. I feel that helping people with their finances is my calling in life.
And check this out. You were bankrupt once.
I did. I've lived through this. I've walked through it, and I got treated like absolute garbage, and I felt that no one else should ever have to feel that bad ever again.
Folks, this is the real deal. ShepleyLaw.com. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up, sister?
Hey, welcome back, Marty. And what's up is the usual delays. You know, that Parkway West, it's still stuck right on the front side of Green Tree Hill. Somewhere you'll find those brake lights at that Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East is actually rolling along pretty well. It was just a minor construction delay for you as you approach between the Churchill and Greensburg Pike area. Things then ease up and you move nicely in both directions right around the Squirrel Hill tunnels there. So no troubles for you on the Parkway North. That's sailing nicely from the 79 split all the way down to across the Vets Bridge, and 28 is rolling well as you try to head into town that way. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Partly sunny this afternoon, warm and humid, high 87, low 71. It stays warm and humid tonight. Partly sunny, high 94, hot and humid tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, we believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanging.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
That's right, brother. Oh, no, crank that up, man. What are you doing? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, that's enough. Man, I'm back. I'm almost, it's hard to kind of wrap your arms around what's happened to me and us, in the last couple weeks. It starts out as vacation, ends up in 3 hospitals and 2 ICUs. I got to play this clip, though. It kind of underlines the insane love that I felt while I was out. And it started with this perfect boy who loves this show named Oscar. Listen to Oscar.
Hi, Marty. This is Oscar. I hope you feel better soon. Bye.
Yes! That little brother goes running into his grandmother's house, screaming, Marty's sick, Marty's sick, Marty's in the hospital. If you don't believe, you have impact. If you don't believe, people care. If you don't believe that there is more love than hate, then you're lost, because there is. It's beyond belief. How many times I was blown away by the outreach. Maybe my favorite text and call came from Josh Shapiro. Let me get this here so I get it clearly. I made social media posts of my legs and feet at different junctures along the way of my illness. And when I was finally out of the hospital, the governor sent me this text, which I found to be enough to make me laugh. Now that you're home and doing better, can we please stop being forced to look at your feet? My man found levity in that dark space. And I think that I did too. And I also want folks to be aware that I made 3 posts, more than 10 million people on the various platforms responded from all over the country and outside of the country. There are the haters who wanted me to die, which actually made me smile. To imagine that you live your life in your underwear in your mom's basement, and you hate me so much that you take the time out to say, I wish you were dead. I remember my brother, Mike Pintek, who we all watched, die from pancreatic cancer. Came in here one day, and a woman called and said, I hope you die faster. That, my friends, I throw in the trash. But the love and the kindness and the support I hold close to my heart. So without boring you to death, here's what happened. Went to New York City, saw The Outsiders, insane play. I ate dessert late. I get acid reflux based on cancer issues. Acid reflux is literally when the acid comes up from your stomach, it ends up in your mouth. It's disgusting. On a Thursday night, I coughed so hard I couldn't breathe. Went to sleep. Woke up. later that night, Friday, woke up, vomited, passed out. So what happened? When men like me have acid reflux, you aspirate. And what happens is a small fragment or fraction, or who the hell knows, of food gets into your lungs and created pneumonia and sent me into a tailspin. I blacked out a Saturday morning a week ago. My kids picked me up. My wife picked me up. We went to a hospital, Med Express kind of place in New Jersey called the Cooper Center. They looked at me and said, you need to go to the hospital. On the way to the hospital in an ambulance, the EMT said, I've never seen blood pressure and oxygen levels this low. A sepsis started to set in. I was there for 3 days, checked out, laid on the beach, drove home Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, rushed to UPMC Presby. And a staff of the greatest doctors and nurses I've ever met, in the greatest pain I've ever been in my life, saved my life without getting too choked up about it. When you're in the care of folks who want to save your life, you realize how many people want to save your life. For those of you that say medicine sucks, I'd be dead without those nurses and doctors. For those who say medicine doesn't work, I'd be dead without the scans and the blood tests and the 24-hour surveillance in intensive care in a desperate effort to save this annoying old man's life one more time. But let me say this, and I sent this to my boy Bob Toot, who's one of my boys, and just beat cancer. Along the way, I was closer to death than at any time in my life. How many near-death experiences does a man get? I don't know. I ain't going to find out. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to raise hell. And I'll tell you what, we're going to make a difference. And we're going to start today. And I got thousands of calls and texts. It was insane. Went to Giant Eagle yesterday. 15 people stopped me and hugged me. Why? Because you give a damn. And collectively, we do it together. And if I have to hug each one of you for the next year and a half, hell yeah, I'm all in. Right back. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have Commercial Street underneath the Parkway East 376 closed. It is the first major piece of the big Commercial Street Bridge project to kind of fall into place here as we are less than 2 weeks away from the full closure of the Parkway East. And so there is a posted detour as you travel between Swiss Helm Park and Squirrel Hill. It uses Commercial Street, Whipple Street to Monongahela Avenue, then to South Braddock and Forbes Avenues coming towards Squirrel Hill, and then use Beechwood Boulevard and Forward Avenue. Obviously, just head back in the other direction if you are trying to head to the east. You want to leave extra time to get around that, of course. And the Parkway East right now is moving pretty well, headed toward those aforementioned Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare? Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-330-6363. That's 800-330-6363. 800-330-6363.
Your family is always on the go. So are the 2D trucks and technicians. 2D has been servicing homes and businesses in the Pittsburgh area for over 35 years. Trust 2D with your home's heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical systems. Your family's comfort and safety are always their top priority. At 2D, you're part of the family. 2D provides superior home services with unparalleled honesty and professional courtesy. Call today, 412-499-3110.
For almost 40 years, Rugby Realty has been a leading real estate company in the heart of Pittsburgh. They specialize in the operation and leasing of iconic office buildings. 1 Oxford Center, Frick Building, and the Coppers Building. Rugby Realty is leading the effort of converting historic office buildings into luxury apartments and hotels, including the Gulf Tower and 933 Penn Avenue and 4 Allegheny Center on the north side. Thank you, Rugby Realty, for supporting KDKA's 4th of July celebration.
Zero Res wants to help you clean your home. Big summer savings with 3 rooms cleaned starting at $139 and $599 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and ask for the KDKA special.
In ICU at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan, to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive. And they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
A riddle brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. It was an easy riddle. Learn more at Progressive.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Before we do anything else, I want to talk about healthcare and what happens in healthcare. This is Cigna. UPMC was magnificent. So I was in a hospital in Jersey in ICU. The lowest blood pressure the EMT had ever seen. I get this letter from Cigna. This is a fact. I'll read this verbatim. You were admitted to the hospital for pneumonia. Documentation of medical instability or failed outpatient management has not been received. You were able to eat and drink. Your vital signs were stable. Your exam was stable. Your lab values were stable. They did not approve for me to be treated for pneumonia, and I was dying. 2 days later, it's the truth. I get this letter. We determine the service is medically necessary. Thank you for not letting me die. Cigna. It's kind of scary, man, and a bit sketch. All right. I want to introduce my boy, Patrick. Same man, same brain, super talent, as we call him, the gorilla glue of this show. But a new environment. Good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well out here. I'm glad you're back in action.
Tell us where out here is. Explain to people.
So, in the last couple of weeks, I have transitioned with my wife out to Phoenix, Arizona.
And how will that affect the show?
So, for what people see at home, it shouldn't really affect anything. I'm still here. I'm still part of the show. I'm still working, producing the show in the background. I'm still running our video and our graphics and all the fun things, and still answering people's messages.
And my man,
knock on wood, there should be no difference there.
That stream looks amazing. The background you've created looks amazing. Did you do that?
I did, and that's a little look into my backyard out there.
All right. Trevin, I want to play 2 clips from while I was gone to show that as much as things change, they stay the same. This is my pet peeve, downtown Pittsburgh. And while I was away, big shots, players, politicians, businessmen, cops reached out and say, never, ever give up on attacking downtown until it's right. This was inside the Capitol Grill. Inside the Capitol Grill. Listen.
South 80, we're getting flagged down for another call in front of Capitol Grill.
Delta 80, copy.
Got flagged down at Capitol Grill for officer fighting someone.
80 and 19 out of Capitol Grill.
Flag 19, we have 1 detained.
1 detained on 5th, 1657.
Delta 80.
Delta 80, go ahead.
We currently have this under control. They're going to check out the other car right now.
I copy that.
Amazing police work. The backstory. Inside the restaurant, a group of people said, we're not paying, and started beating the crap out of each other. Inside the Capitol Grill. Part of this same culture of crime and violence in downtown Pittsburgh. Inside one of the best restaurants you'll ever see. Some of the best service. Inside Capitol Grill. It's happening, and it's sickening. Listen to this clip. Yes. Listen to this. Bored teens.
Roberto Clemente Bridge on the downtown side. I could start zone 2 if needed. This is DPW supervisor calling in for 4 juveniles climbing the bridge. They're right in the middle.
21, I copy. I got 41 with me. 44, I can have that way too.
Those units, there's at least 1 juvenile in the arch right now. Let me know if you want fire EMS started.
Bike 21, that's affirmative. At least start fire with a ladder.
Copy.
3280, can you notify River Rescue?
Wow.
Copy. Get them started.
One dispatch, fishing boat 2033.
Was that 2033 for fishing boat?
What do you got going on the bridge?
It's the Roberto Clemente Bridge. There's multiple juveniles climbing the bridge. Some of them are in the middle, one's at the arch.
Copy. We'll take a roll over there and see if we can assist. Delta 44, I'm getting out.
Copy.
3280.
Okay, we get it.
I was made aware by
So they're bored with beating people up. They're bored with shooting each other. They're bored with robbing people and stabbing people, so they said, hell, let's climb the bridge. My brother, Scanner Mike, as much as things change, they remain the same, unfortunately. Yes, sir?
Marty, good morning. Welcome back. More changes, the more it stays the same. It just gets a little hotter. That's all.
A little hotter, and in the summertime, the trouble gets greater, does it not?
Oh, it's a pressure cooker out there, Marty, both in temperature and in the type of activities we're hearing that our youth are performing.
And my man, at the end of the day, this is not the first time folks have beat the hell out of each other in or around this magnificent restaurant, Capitol Grill, which is the heart of the problem, is it not? This crime.
You're absolutely right. Marty, I love Capitol Grill.
Same.
Going down there when I worked downtown was awesome.
Same.
Am I going there now? Yeah. Not until we get some more attention to that area. Because that's our downtown, Marty. That's the Pittsburgh you and I grew up with. We want that back. We don't want how it is.
Patrick, this is not surprising to you to hear this, is it, sir?
No, unfortunately, it's not. We've seen this way too often.
Well, to your point, we had kids, same audio, jumping up and down on the cars in the valet line at the Capitol Grill. Yes?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. Right, Mike?
Absolutely, yeah.
And Patrick, you know this. I had a Market Square restaurant. The owners reached out and said, if the madness doesn't stop, we're done. Did they not, Patrick?
They did, and for good reason. I mean, these kids were taking over their restaurants.
Mike Fisher, to this day, the endless crap from Market Square continues, does it not, sir?
Marty, every day, and I'm so concerned about Market Square because we invested so much money into, quote, cleaning it up. We just put on a new bit of paint. We didn't do anything else about the conditions that made it that way.
Ridiculous. All right, brother. Thanks, my man. You're the best. Patrick, we'll be right back, my man.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos?
Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Your neighbor Mike loves the summers in Pittsburgh, but he hates to paint, so he called Rhino Shield. And right now, you can get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield Shane Smith.
Call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint. Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at 10:30. I'm Pat Septak. We're going to be getting a live status report from ABC News in regards to several Supreme Court rulings that just came down. One involving a rejection of President Donald Trump's attempt to immediately fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. And the justices also upheld state laws that count mail ballots that arrive after Election Day, which is an unexpected rebuff of Trump's long-standing attacks on mail-in voting.
Court ruling that the president does have the power to fire the heads of independent agencies. However, in a separate ruling, the court allowed Fed Governor Lisa Cook to keep her job pending further court fights. The court also ruled that mail-in balloting and ballots that arrive after Election Day can be counted in the results of the election. Also today, the High Court rejecting President Trump's appeal in the E. Jean Carroll civil suit. ABC Stephen Portnoy.
The High Court didn't explain its decision. It simply issued an order denying President Trump's appeal of the $5 million defamation award the federal court issued to writer E. Jean Carroll in 2022. That stemming from what Trump said about an earlier case Carroll brought in which Trump was found liable for sexual assault. The president denies he committed any offense, but the High Court's ruling means the defamation judgment stands, and he will have to pay.
This is ABC News.
Elsewhere, state police in Armstrong County have made an arrest in the fatal stabbing of an elderly woman. The suspect is identified as 37-year-old Mengi Zhang of Gilpin Township. Police say she stabbed 79-year-old Rosalind Cooper, then barricaded herself inside and refused to cooperate with responding officers from the Southern Armstrong Regional Police Department. That's when state police took over the investigation. Zhang exited the residence and was taken into custody without further incident. She's been charged with criminal homicide and aggravated assault. And in Indiana County, state police investigating a shooting involving an Indiana Borough police officer. We just got some new details from state police. They say officers were responding to a domestic disturbance call on North Cherry Avenue, and that is when the male suspect threatened the officer with a shovel. A foot pursuit ensued, and the officer was able to catch up with the suspect, who then allegedly stabbed the officer with a knife multiple times in the head and face area. During the struggle, the officer discharged their duty pistol, striking and fatally wounding the suspect. The suspect was pronounced dead at the scene. The injured officer was then transported to a local hospital for treatment of their injuries. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 314 points, the Nasdaq is up 208 points, and the S&P 500 is up 38. KDKA radio news time is 10:33. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
It's time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Ethos.
Student debt repayment continues to be a political football, so read all of the fine print before you sign up for a federal loan.
We don't want a moving target at the end of graduation when you're trying to pay these loans back.
Financial advisor Ed Jertson says if you do take on college debt, make sure it's for a major that will give you the earning power to pay it off.
What is the ROI on your education? How much are you putting in and how much are you getting back?
I'm Rob Hart.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Folks, get your home Coit clean for the Berg's summer and save big. My friends at Coit. 40% off Coit's exclusive signature drapery cleaning. Save 25% off all other Coit cleaning services like carpets, rugs, upholstery, and more. It's amazing. Coit's been cleaning drapes since 1950 and is the only in-home drapery service around. Call Coit now. 1-800-FOR-COIT. That's 1-800-FOR-COIT. Huge savings and a Coit clean home. Coit, Pittsburgh's premier home cleaning service. The best.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ella, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is we have heavy traffic on the Parkway West as you try to make your way into the Fort Pitt tunnels. That backs for you right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before that inbound portal. Parkway East has slow-go traffic in either direction just before the mouth of the Squirrel Hill tunnels, so that's good news. A heads up for you as you're traveling up into the backside of Oakland or toward Bloomfield using Bigelow Boulevard. Until 3 p.m. today, you could find a single lane of traffic in each direction near the Bloomfield Bridge, and also some restrictions as you come from the bridge and try to access 380. That's Bigelow Boulevard in that area as crews are doing some inspection work there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Your home should be your happy place. Hi, this is Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters. If you're sitting around your house, you see the faded colors and peeling paint, I got to get this done. We'll get it done right the first time with CertaPro Painters. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. I love that. Get a free estimate, all the details, easy to understand, and it will brighten up your home. Then it will be a happy place. Schedule a free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, they help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200, 412-457-8200.
Many times, a person hires a law firm after an injury without doing research. It can be a big mistake or not. Sometimes, after you have hired a certain lawyer, you realize you made a certain mistake. But guess what? Just because you hired them doesn't mean you can't fire them. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you think you've hired the wrong firm, you may have. So do this. Google Morgan & Morgan results or visit forthepeople.com for cases just like yours. You may find that our full-service injury firm should have been your choice in the first place. Last year, almost 12,000 people discharged their law firm and hired us after further research. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com today and let's get started. Or call Pound Law on your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwyck Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Warm and humid for this afternoon with some sun and a high of 87, then clear to partly cloudy tonight. Still warm and humid, low 71. Partly sunny, high 94 tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, Marty. This is Oscar. I hope you feel better soon. Bye.
My man Oscar praying for me. Check this out. My man Bob. Sorry, but I'm buying stock in Pastor Hogan. He wasn't aware you were in ICU. I text him. Within 24 hours, you were discharged. The power of prayer, serendipity, fate, luck, medicine, candles. Bunch of old ladies grabbed my wife and they were headed to church to light candles. Candles, man. And I had to grab Hogan to discuss this. Good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's good to hear your voice.
All right. The unanswerable question. Does prayer work?
Oh, I have no doubt prayer works. It's funny, the situation Bob was talking about, when my friends are on vacation, I tend to leave them alone.
Yeah.
Just let them go do their thing so that they're not being bugged by stuff back home or thinking about stuff. So I had no clue whatsoever what you were going through. And Bob reached out and said, "Hey, Marty's in trouble. He's in the hospital, yada, yada." I said, "All right, I'm on it, man. I'm praying. I'll get a whole bunch of people praying." And then he hit me back later that day and said, Marty was released from the hospital at midnight.
Hey, what does I'm praying, we're praying entail? How does that go? Help me like I'm stupid, because I am.
So prayer to me growing up was like always just, you're just kind of casting your thoughts out into the ether. You're hoping God catches them, yada, yada. And then back around the beginning of this century, my niece was diagnosed with a very severe form of leukemia. She was 6. Yeah. And I reached out to a bunch of real prayer warrior older ladies. They were all in their 70s and 80s out in California where I was living, and said, can you guys pray for the situation? And they not only prayed all the time directly about Emily's situation, but they would update me every day when they were done praying, and they would ask questions so they could be specific. And watching them do what they did really taught me about how to get serious about praying. And ultimately, the doctors kind of messed up with Emily. They told my sister and her husband that was probably the easy to cure kind, and then it wasn't. But she ended up being 100% match for a bone marrow transplant, and now she's a married mother and living her life. And so that helped me understand more about really attaching yourself with emotion and focus to what it is you're trying to get before God. And it says in the Bible that we're to cast our cares to God, and we're to bear one another's burdens. And so those two things, when it's your problem, no matter how petty it might seem, if it's something that you care about, let God hear about it, and then He can make His own decision.
Trevin.
But when you're
hold on, Pastor. Trevin,
yep.
You there?
Yes, sir.
Does it work? Prayer.
Most definitely.
Explain that.
I explain it because
you want me to explain that.
No, hold on, Pastor.
I'm one of those people who I try to keep things positive, and I say that to Pastor Hogan when he's on too, and he always says, "Yep," he appreciates that. And I say that because there are so many things that happen, and what people don't know is my aunt just passed. So we just buried her Thursday. She was sick. My father had passed from cancer. My aunt just passed from cancer. To watch both of them and to pray with them and to see the lessons that they taught me as they went through what they went through. The power of prayer helps keep you stable. It helps keep you focused. It helps you to focus on life as you are encountering death encounters, as you watch people that you love pass away. The power of prayer gives you the stability to stand on your 2 feet and to deal with the next minute, the next hour, the next day. The power of prayer helps.
So to both of you, and Patrick as well, being the old cynic that I am, 34-year-old girl died last week in Florida. She was delivering a baby, and they did a scan, and they found a massive tumor in her brain. So she's dead. The baby has no mother. How do I wrap my arms around prayer works if we all prayed for her? I'm not trying to be a jerk, but this floats out there to everyone concerned. How do we wrap our arms around prayer? Didn't work for her, Pastor. Help me.
So it's not a matter of prayer didn't work for this specific situation or not.
Yeah.
God is sovereign. He can allow what He allows, and He can choose to intervene when He wants to. And if He always if He was like a candy machine and we just popped our quarters in and got what we picked, then there would be no miracles at all. Every miracle would be every day, all the time. And then where's the joy in that? Where's the miraculous in that? And so, like a year ago this week, we were down in Wheeling saying goodbye to your sister, right? And your sister had thousands of prayers answered throughout her life.
Yep.
Thousands of prayers answered throughout her life, but the one that felt the most important at that time was, Lord, don't let this be the end for her. And so He answered that by saying it won't be the end. She's going to continue on. She's not going to be with you right now. And so I know that it sometimes feels like prayer is useless. But I've lived enough of this life to say, I'll guarantee you it's not useless. But God has the sovereignty to say yes or no to something. And He sees the bigger plan that we can't even imagine on a scale that's just not even fathomable.
I got more. Can you hang?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're right back. Does it count if I didn't pray? If I didn't ask God for help? Does that make me a bad guy? A man of no faith? From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Yes, we have an accident on Western Avenue. Crews are on the scene dealing with that. That's on the north side, near the intersection with Manhattan Street. Also getting reports of an accident on the northbound side of I-279. It's in the East Street Valley as you're coming toward the Hazlitt Street interchange, so do watch out for crews headed to the scene there. Parkway West on the inbound ride, it's kind of fluctuating and getting heavier once again. Unfortunately, you get in line with the delays right after you crest the top of Green Tree Hill on 370. 76 headed for the Fort Pitt tunnels. The Parkway East inbound and outbound has delays as you are near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
When it comes to your home, trust means everything. At Home Genius Exteriors, trust starts with a conversation and a free roof and attic inspection. And it's earned with every roof we install. Let our dedicated project team and certified installers give you peace of mind. Call now and get 50% off all roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. Born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoffpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyer since 2015.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page, or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I literally had hundreds of people text me saying they were praying. It gave me chills. My wife sat at my bedside crying and praying. If you ever doubt the love of a spouse, you find no doubt as they're willing to give their life to save yours. And that's my wife, Christine. Without talking about it further, because I'll break down, it's immeasurable, the love I feel for her. We're driving to Presby, and I'm in mind-numbing pain. The most severe pain I've ever felt in my life, and that includes chemotherapy, radiation, you name it. And my girl is rushing me to the hospital, gripping the wheel with both hands and crying as much as I've ever seen her cry. Because she loves me that much and she believes. To my point, I got one of my boys, Pastor Hogan. If I didn't pray while I was that sick, does that make me a bad guy, Pastor?
No, but I have the privilege of knowing some of the history there.
Yeah.
I don't think you got sick of praying because everything was kosher and decent, and you just said, I'm bored with trying to talk to God. You went through some very real trauma with your religious experience because of what happened to your friends.
But it doesn't mean I shouldn't have faith.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's when you've decided, you know what, I'm mad enough. I'm just not going to talk to God. I'm not going to go to church. And that's actually all a reasonable response to what you found out. But, you want to stay in good standing and keep talking to him because, the day comes when it's your turn to do the heavy lifting to somebody you love.
Patrick cannot tell a lie. That's why he's my boy. Do you pray? Did you pray when I was sick?
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I thought about you, and I did.
A lot. A lot.
Oh, absolutely. But I don't think I felt I needed to pray for you. Because,
but hold on, I've known you a long time, and I don't want to misread you or misspeak. I would never say Patrick is a prayer guy. Is that fair? Because I'm not.
I'm still pretty deeply religious, but do I pray a lot? No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
But do I think God has a hand in putting those doctors and the right people in your life? Absolutely, 100%.
Trevin, I didn't pray for me. Does that make me a bad guy?
I don't think so. And anybody who does pray wouldn't think makes you a bad guy at all. When you're praying, for me personally, in my opinion, I'm not necessarily praying for self every time.
Yeah.
I'm praying for those people who are in my village. I'm praying for those people who I've crossed paths with. I'm praying for literally, and I know you say, Trevin, you and your come by y'all moments, but I pray for everybody. Because as I pray for everybody, I'm trying to project that positivity so that if I cross your path, if you hear my voice today, that is something positive. That is something that helps you with your life. So if you don't pray, that's fine. I'm still going to pray for you.
Trevin, don't you feel a certain amount of bitterness?
With
or
what?
Disappointment in God because you lost two loved ones.
No.
And prayer didn't save them.
No.
Okay.
Resoundingly no. I'm mad.
Nice.
I'm selfish.
Nice.
But no. Because they are in a better place. I truly believe, because when you've seen it with your sister, not to bring her up, but you see what dealing with cancer, and you've dealt with it yourself, watching someone suffer from cancer. And my father told me before he passed, and I'm a very private person, so I'm surprised I'm even saying this, but my father told me before he passed, he said, number one, none of us are perfect.
Nice.
He said, number two, he asked me if I enjoyed my college life. And then he asked me,
wonderful, man,
if he was a good father.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
And I want to be like my dad.
Yeah, man.
So when you ask if he didn't pray or someone didn't pray, if my father didn't pray, my father didn't go to church all the time, but he sent us to church. I prayed for him, and I pray for you. I pray for everybody.
Hey, Pastor, before you go, give us the type of prayer that you gave when I was sick as hell. Give it to us, please.
Oh, I just said, Father, you know how much I care about Marty and his family, and he's been through a lot. And, right now I don't have all the details, but Bob is very concerned, and that makes me very concerned. So I just cry out to you and ask you to touch Marty right now with your miraculous healing. And turn the tide. Let this be an episode that he's bragging about for the next 10 years, that you reached in and did something when the doctors were near giving up.
Oh, man.
And then I just said, in Jesus' name. And see, one of the things that you have to remember, is prayer is a gift, right? And so there are some people I turn to anytime there's something really big that needs prayed for, because that's what they do. My friend Lucille Young, her mom Thelma was like that. But if I prayed all of last week, we had 1,000 people at a block party in front of the church.
Oh, my gosh.
And if I spent my whole week praying, they wouldn't have had anything to eat.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because I had to be the guy going out to get 10 cases of burgers and all that kind of stuff. And so some people, their main job is to pray. The rest of us, we pray as we can.
I love you, man.
Love you too, man. Glad you're okay.
All right.
Talk to you guys later.
The doc, Don Yealy, stepped way the hell outside of his box in an effort to save my life. And it was a hell of a thing he did. The most powerful, important doctor at UPMC did backflips to help me out of state. It's insanely cool.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the Education Director of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Tim Neff.
Army Captain William G. Pagonis of Center and Washington counties was awarded the Silver Star Medal in Vietnam on the 31st of January, 1968. As the boats of Captain Pagonis' company were moving artillery barges through a narrow canal, enemy forces attacked. After receiving word that one of his LCM-8 boats had been hit, Pagonis immediately turned his command boat around and weaved his way through heavy fire to the damaged craft. Calmly issuing instructions to his crews, he was able to get the column moving again. During the entire action, Pagonis remained exposed to hostile fire, directing his boat's gun crews and personally returning fire upon the insurgent force.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial reflects the valor and heroism that shaped this great country. Consider a tax-deductible donation. For more information, visit soldiersandsailorshall.org.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at 11 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. The U.S. Supreme Court has rejected President Trump's attempt to overturn a defamation case against him, won by a woman who says Trump sexually assaulted her. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy has more from Washington.
The High Court didn't explain its decision. It simply issued an order denying President Trump's appeal of the $5 million defamation award a federal court issued to writer E. Jean Carroll in 2022. That stemming from what Trump said about an earlier case Carroll brought in which Trump was found liable for sexual assault. The president denies he committed any offense, but the High Court's ruling means the defamation judgment stands, and he will have to pay.
The Supreme Court also today rejected President Trump's attempt to immediately fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. The justices also upheld state laws that count mail ballots that arrive after Election Day, an unexpected rebuff of Trump's long-standing attacks on mail-in voting. We now know the names of the two people killed after crashing along the Pennsylvania Turnpike early Saturday morning. The county coroner says that Hunter Fronius and Raymond Foster died after Fronius lost control of the Ford Explorer they were in. This happened near Hempfield Township. The SUV hit an embankment and slammed into an overpass before flipping over. State police are now investigating. An update on last week's story where a man was struck by two separate vehicles in Homewood. Pittsburgh police now confirming the Prius they were looking for in connection with the incident has been located and secured for further investigation. However, no arrests have been made. A man was hit by an SUV Thursday night at Bennett and Oakwood Streets. As the SUV driver stopped to check on the victim, the Prius then struck the victim a second time. The Prius driver fled the scene, and the car was located over the weekend. The name of the man who was killed has not been released. There was a big fight in Congress over the expiration of Obamacare subsidies. Democrats lost, and the subsidies went away. Now, as ABC's Cherry Preston reports, we're seeing some of the consequences of that battle.
Millions of people had fallen off the rolls of health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. New government numbers show enrollment in February was down by 3 million people compared to last year. Experts say it's likely connected to the end of federal subsidies for premiums and the much higher cost for those who can't get health insurance through work.
A new meaning for diner takeout. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more. All right, we're having a little technical difficulty getting that report. We'll check with David in the next newscast. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 266 points. The NASDAQ is up 308 points. And the S&P 500 is up 49. KDKA Sports, the Pirates are in Philadelphia for a series with the Phillies. Braxton Ashcraft gets the start for the Bucks. First pitch is at 6:40. KDKA radio news time is 11:03. Time to call Rhino Shield at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41. Don't paint, go Rhino. Currently, it is 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Get ready for summer fun at the Elwood City Summer Festival, July 3rd through the 5th. 3 days of live music, 35 food vendors, 100 crafters, 24 bands, and one incredible fireworks display on Sunday. Bring the family for great food, unique shopping, and a hometown celebration you won't forget. The biggest weekend of the summer, and it's happening at Ewing Park in Elwood City. It's the Elwood City Summer Festival, July 3rd through the 5th.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
So, what makes 2D Mechanical special? It's service, man. We had a faucet in the bathroom that just wouldn't work. It was flat out busted. 2 plumbers couldn't fix it until 2D arrived, his people. Fix it in an hour, no new parts, and a minimal service charge. It's an amazing company. HVAC experts, plumbing experts, trained by the man himself, Bob Tootie. 2D Mechanical, 412-771-4100, the best. Hey, folks, it's Marty. Time to get some windows to cool the house in the hot summer. Universal Windows Direct. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free. 48 months of 0% interest financing. Folks, cut down on the cost of cooling your house. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. They're great windows. It's a great company. 4 windows, get 4 free. 48 months of interest-free, same as cash. Love it.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic Power 5000. Our friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is we're getting reports of a vehicle fire, this in Fox Chapel Borough. Watch out if you're trying to use Delafield Road between Woodshire Drive and the overpasses 428. So maybe you're heading down toward Freeport Road. You could find a lot of crews who are headed to the scene as you travel there. Minimal delays elsewhere in the commute. Gives us a chance to remind you that Commercial Street is now closed underneath the Parkway East, as is the 9-mile run trail. That's closed round the clock for the duration of the Commercial Street Bridge project and possibly beyond August 3rd. There is a posted detour, and it will be heavy for you there using Monongahela Avenue, South Braddock, Forbes Avenues, Beechwood Boulevard, and Forward Avenue between Squirrel Hill and Swiss Helm Park. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will be partly sunny. It'll be warm and humid with a high of 87. We'll have a low of 71 with a few clouds tonight. Partly sunny, hot and humid, high 90 for tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey folks, Marty Griffin. I love this company, MediConnect. You know why? Medicare is complicated. How and when do I sign up? How do I avoid penalties? What's it cost? MediConnect is the largest healthcare advisory firm in Western PA, and they get it. Don't make a mistake that could cost you in the future. MediConnect is the real deal. Service, advice doesn't cost you a penny. Let them help select the best Medicare option. Check them out. 888-818-6334. MediConnect.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I was in a small town, Cape May, New Jersey hospital, and a small town staff. Some of the imagery that was amazing was, as I was pushed through the emergency room, the hallways of the emergency room were filled with beds of patients who were sleeping in the hallways because they had no space. What happens, the dynamic in a beach town, is that these hospitals, these small town hospitals, get their asses kicked in the summer and then quiet down in the winter. They did everything they could to save my life and did. They were insanely amazing. However, I would be lying if I said there's a difference in care at a small town hospital, no disrespect, versus UPMC. From the moment I entered the doors of Presby Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock, I was surrounded by experts, the best in the world, who saved my life again. And then it raised this insane sepsis issue. I had no idea the danger. I had no idea the numbers, and it's frightening. One of the experts in the world, in America, with regard to sepsis, is UPMC's Chief Medical Officer, Don Yealy. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. And Marty, it's great to see you back behind the microphone.
I got to tell the truth here because I need to. I'm compelled to. And he's very low-key, has no interest in attention. This man, who has a full-time life, who has an insanely important job, did insane backflips to help to save my life in New Jersey and then Pennsylvania, Don Yealy. And I will owe you for life, my brother. And I can't be more grateful. Thank you.
You know, Marty, the secret to caring for people is caring about them. And I've been able to work with some of the best, smartest, and most caring people around. And I have learned much from them. and being able to share that with you and with the many others who seek care is that's the special reward. So thank you.
John Yealy, I am not being disrespectful, and you know this. You've known me for years now. And I'm not disregarding the significance of rural hospitals, and we're not naming this hospital. But there is a difference between going in, and I'm being blunt here, in an emergency room in a small-town hospital in Cape May, New Jersey, versus UPMC Presby. Is it not, sir? Dramatic, sir, isn't it?
Well, there are differences in not only the resources that are available, but how frequently people see difficult or complex illnesses and treat people who have those illnesses. And finally, they often, in the urban centers and particularly academic centers like UPMC, have people who are not just local experts, but they're the experts that across the country people turn to. So that makes a difference. The people in those rural sites and those critical access hospitals are incredibly important. Without them, there would be no other care. They're part of the system, but there clearly are different capabilities and different deliveries at the two different types of sites.
Hey, look, when you say ICU, brother, you mean ICU. Your folks are at the pinnacle of attention to saving lives there, are they not, sir? It's vastly different than being in a room on a floor, is it not, sir?
It is dramatically different. And in the ICU that you were at, the people that were caring for you are not only just expert, these are people who, again, guide how sepsis and how critical illness and injury are handled across the country. I think it's one of the best kept secrets in Pittsburgh and Western Pennsylvania that you are sitting around emergency and critical care people who have led this from the start. Most of the country in the world either works together or listens to what comes out of Western Pennsylvania.
Hey Doc, before I got this illness, we had discussed sepsis because of what happened to the NASCAR driver. And you blew me away with data, number of studies you've been involved in the data that you have churned out. But what jumped out at me, sir, was a significant number, exponential number of deaths from sepsis. Yes, sir?
It is the single largest killer of people inside the hospital now. Wow. As recent as 20 years ago, if you got the diagnosis of sepsis, half the people would die in the hospital. We've improved that, but it's still 20%. It is too much. It is the single biggest killer. So we've done better. We have to continue to do better and better.
Hey, Patrick. Patrick is on the cutting edge of both staying in touch with these sorts of things. Did you have any idea that the number was that high of sepsis patients that died, Patrick? No audio. Go ahead, Patrick.
Yes, that was astonishing to me. No, I had no idea.
Hey, Doc, for a guy like me having symptoms, what am I supposed to know to prevent that from happening? What should I know? What should I feel? What should I think, sir? That sort of thing, for folks listening.
Well, Marty, the key to preventing bad outcomes in people who have sepsis or have any infection. Sepsis is an infection that has spread beyond just one point and has either depressed or interfered with your immune response. So it usually means you have more than one organ involved, kidney and lung, heart and lung. The most important thing is recognizing it early and beginning the treatments as early as possible. What you did was pay attention to the fact that you don't feel well, that you had signs of an infection, and you sought reputable input and you got the care. Many people ignore the initial signs and symptoms, even when they're getting worse. And that makes it very difficult for us to break that cycle once badness starts to feed on itself.
Doctor, number one killer. Number one. Yeah?
Marty, I'll give you a number. In the U.S., about 1 million people a year die from sepsis in the hospital. And across the globe, it's 10 million people.
Holy cow. Patrick, are you kind of blown away by this? Still no audio. What's going on? Doctor, I find it fascinating, the life and death moments we experience and the epiphany we have about healthcare and how vital it is. But let me tell you my takeaway from your people at your hospital. My man, they give a damn. From the young woman pushing me to a CT scan, to the folks changing the sheets, the young man bringing me food, to the biggest brain doctors I ever met, they give a damn, sir. Do they not? Really give a damn.
I think you're exactly right. I get to work with some of the brightest people who are dedicated. But as I said to you before, the real secret about caring for patients is caring about people.
Nice.
And I think you got to see that.
I did.
I hope that every day, all the people who come to all the different sites get to experience something very much the same as that. This is how I know that AI and technology isn't going to replace
no, man.
the need for a smart and caring person who can guide you through illness and injury.
Don Yealy, if you were here, I'd hug you, man, which you probably wouldn't appreciate. So thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Congratulations and stay in touch.
You know why he took care of me from 600 miles away? Because he cares. And that's the message they send from the top on down. And they saved my life again. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
We do have crews on the scene of a vehicle fire. Marty, this is in the 800 block of Delafield Road in Fox Chapel Borough. That puts it between Woodshire Drive and the overpasses where you go underneath Route 28 to head down toward Freeport Road. So do watch out for slow traffic around that. Paving is going to slow your go in the uptown section of the city. This is happening for the next couple of weeks on 5th Avenue. So this will be between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily on your weekdays, between Kirkpatrick Street at the Birmingham Bridge down to Diamond Street. And there will be some flag persons getting you through the scene, especially if they restrict access from the side streets to that stretch while they're doing the paving. 5th will be maintained in a single lane through that area, but you're going to find slowdowns. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, warmer weather in Pittsburgh means storm season. It's here. Winds, rain, unexpected damage. The question isn't if it can happen, it's are you ready when it does? ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh, they're ready 24/7, 365. They'll respond to you. Be ready before that storm hits. Yep. Demand that yellow van. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh, 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
Life is all about attitude and perspective. The old saying is the glass half full or half empty. Life will always throw curveballs, so how do we survive and actually thrive? This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Yes, I will get the weight off of you. That's a given. But I also find the root of the eating, and that's always emotional. It's actually weight loss therapy, and I know it works. People lose weight, feel better, and have lifelong tools. I want to help you. I really do. Call me 1-800-900-THIN.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
Zero Res wants to help you clean your home. Big summer savings with 3 rooms cleaned starting at $139 and $599 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and ask for the KDKA special.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, man, I hear people rag on UPMC, and I want to punch him, but I don't because I can't. But they saved my life again. And I was telling the doctors in the rural hospital, because they were magnificent, that 250 rural hospitals have closed. And Patrick knows this. We could punch him in. And 400 are in jeopardy. And, Patrick, you become painfully aware when you're in a small hospital setting that it ain't a big hospital. You know what I'm saying? There are no players there, brother. It's just not. It's go-karts versus F1. You know what I'm saying, Patrick?
Oh, absolutely. They don't have the staff. They don't have the people. They triage you and do the best they can. But if you need the specialists and the experts, you got to go to the big hospitals.
You do.
Just the way it is.
And I wonder how many folks pass because they don't get the big care from the big hospital because they're in a small-town facility. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Patrick?
Yeah, I have family that grew up in small town areas. And when my grandfather was in the hospital, he was in a small rural hospital. And there's no question his heart attack would have been treated much differently at a big main hospital instead of a little country hospital.
Hell yeah.
And he probably would have been with us a lot longer.
Hell yeah. Anna, go ahead, sister.
Back to prayer, Marty.
Yes, ma'am.
Lost my dad when I was in junior high, had a younger brother.
Oh, my God.
My mother is still alive. But what I want to say is I think sometimes with prayer, it's not just praying for what we want or what we want for others, but sometimes it's about the gratitude side of it. And since we do see things through our own prism based upon our life experiences, I think I'm much more grateful than the average person because I've outlived my father now.
Hold on, though. Were you mad at God when your dad died when you were so young? Were you mad?
I was devastated.
Yeah.
I would say that, but I didn't even understand everything I lost at that time. Couldn't walk me down the aisle. Couldn't see me graduate from college. Couldn't see me have children. So those moments, if I get to have them with my own kids, are going to be, and I've had some already, are huge for me. So I think, again, when something like that happens to you, I think you can go one of two ways. You can be so angry at God, or you can look at it like maybe God is trying to use my dad as an instrument to make my life better or make my brother's life better. Yeah. And my mom was a huge trooper. She was so strong. She had lost a sister herself when the sister was 26, and my mom was 34, then lost her husband like 7 years later.
Damn.
So, and she's still alive today, Marty. That's the irony. In her friend group, the couples like that they all did things with, she was the first to lose a spouse. She could be the last survivor.
It's amazing. Anna, thank you, dear.
So I'm glad you're back.
Thank you. I had to grab one of my favorite people, Kiki Brown from Whammo. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Hello.
So you got a day. So you got a damn day, did you?
I did.
Put it on our face. I got a Whammo day. Well, I got Kiki day. Come on, man.
I didn't ask for it.
I ain't wearing no damn T-shirt. Notice that city council don't proclaim squat for me, sister.
Uh-oh.
No. All my crap aside, no one deserves recognition, adulation, and acknowledgement of greatness than you.
Thank you.
And from the time we met, and she doesn't want to, she probably would admit it, and the man to my left, her husband, probably realizes it. Mm-hmm. We have more similarities, you and me, than differences.
Yes, we do.
You know,
yes, we do.
You're just cuter.
This is true. I'm cuter.
And I love you. Kiki Brown Day. I love the proclamation. I saw the clips from Whammo Day. I'm sorry about the weather, that kind of...
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing you could do about the rain, but the thing that I really appreciated more, Marty, is that folks stayed.
Right on.
They stayed because of the performances and supporting the small business vendors and the food trucks. They stayed, and I just... Because rain ain't going to hurt you.
No, ma'am.
Just going to get a little wet, that's all.
And I've told her this. whether you want to acknowledge this or not, go to a show. Go to a rap show, and I have gone to several recently.
Really?
Yeah, my son.
Okay.
The audience is all white teens.
Yep.
And every single teen in my atmosphere is a hip-hop, right?
Yep.
Rap aficionado.
Yep.
In America, and Americans in Pittsburgh better acknowledge the facts, ma'am.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
Because the influence is insane.
Yep. You're absolutely right. I mean, just look at that industry. How much money that industry makes.
It's great.
With product, merchandise, food, hip-hop. It's hip-hop, baby. Hip-hop.
It's massive.
They better stop playing.
And all the songs my father told me I couldn't listen to are all the songs in a similar, except in hip-hop that my son's listening to. And I tell my wife, let my man chill. Let him understand the game.
Couldn't understand it.
Right on, man.
Yeah. I mean, look at Porky Chetwick. Porky Chetwick was the first radio personality to play soul music and black artists on WHAMO, WHOD at the time. And no one was race records. They weren't allowed to listen to him. Some of them didn't even know Porky Chetwick was white.
Right on.
That was the brother, man. That was the soul brother #1. Porky Chetwick. He did it. He started it. So, yeah.
Let's grow it, sister.
Yes.
Kiki Brown.
You better call me Kiki B. Jones. You know my husband is standing over there to your left.
He ain't gonna do nothing to me.
You better. I earned this last name.
Quiet is kept. I have the power of the button. I might get fired, but I have the power of the button. So,
got her own damn day. When I go to City Hall, they remove the toilet paper, hoping I'll use the bathroom. Thank you, Kiki. I love you, dear.
Thank you. I love you, Marty.
Peace.
Family needs, running a household, and more, you deserve some real relief at the end of the day. At the Original Mattress Factory, we have a wide variety of mattresses that are built to provide the ultimate in comfort and relief when you need it most. Mattresses that are hand-built locally using high-quality materials. Mattresses that are sold factory direct to offer you a great value. Mattresses that are designed to provide real relief to real people like you. Visit an Original Mattress Factory location today and get the rest you deserve tonight.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Your family is always on the go. So are the 2D trucks and technicians. 2D has been servicing homes and businesses in the Pittsburgh area for over 35 years. Trust 2D with your home's heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical systems. Your family's comfort and safety are always their top priority. At 2D, you're part of the family. 2D provides superior home services with unparalleled honesty and professional courtesy. Call today, 412-499-3110.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies at 11:30. I'm Pat Septak. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court upheld state laws that allow the counting of late-arriving mail-in ballots, even if they're postmarked by Election Day. The decision is a loss for the Trump administration. ABC News legal contributor James Sample has more.
It is a victory, though, for voters and for the states who have provisions that include these grace periods. A number of states have those provisions. It has certainly been a major issue so far in the midterm elections and the primaries already, as you've seen in California. This is a ruling that says that the congressional statutes that refer to Election Day refer, in essence, to the casting of those ballots rather than the receiving of those ballots.
Temperatures are expected to be around 90 today and close to or above 100 degrees for much of the week. Dr. Don Yealy is chair of emergency medicine at UPMC. He reminds you to avoid strenuous outdoor activities in this kind of heat and humidity.
So the key thing is to be aware of the temperature, make sure that you have
scheduled opportunities if you have to be outside for rest, for shade, and to stay up with fluids, because the very first deficit that will happen is dehydration.
Signs to watch out for: headaches or nausea. He says if you stop sweating, that's a red flag. As things become more severe, you may have difficulty with thinking, pain in the extremities, and losing consciousness. Ely says when it's this hot out, something with electrolytes is recommended to help you stay hydrated. A new meaning for diner takeout. News Radio KDKA's David Ballerano has that story.
Today and tomorrow, they are literally picking up Donna's Diner in Sharon, PA, and moving it to a new location in Indiana, PA. So that means drivers will see 2 wide loads winding their way through Mercer, Lawrence, Butler, Clarion, Jefferson, and Indiana counties. The wide loads will move at the posted speed limit or at a minimum of 40 miles per hour. And the trip is not just limited to back roads. You'll see the diner split in 2 halves along roads including Interstates 376, 79, and 80, as well as 119 and 110, as the diner gets closer to its final destination today. Then tomorrow from 7 to 4, they'll move it into place in Indiana Borough to its new home on Philadelphia Street. David Ballerano, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 232 points. The Nasdaq is up 334 points. And the S&P 500 is up 53. KDKA radio news time is 11:33. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. So when it comes to your heart, there's no room for compromise. At UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute, innovation, technology, and world-class expertise come together to treat the most complex heart cases, redefining what's possible for patients who need it most. Getting your heart checked can save your life. Schedule your appointment with the region's leader at upmc.com/heart.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Right now, we'll make your move to the Village perfect too. Up to $2,000 toward moving costs. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Coit Clean for the Berg summer and save big. My friends at Coit. 40% off Coit's exclusive signature drapery cleaning. Save 25% off all other Coit cleaning services like carpets, rugs, upholstery, and more. It's amazing. Coit's been cleaning drapes since 1950 and is the only in-home drapery service around. Call Coit now. 1-800-FOR-COIT. That's 1-800-FOR-COIT. Huge savings and a Coit clean home. Coit, Pittsburgh's premier home cleaning service. The best.
30, time would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, it's 29,000. Being 7.5 would have been 9.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on August 4th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
Plumber PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have some slow-go traffic for you just in minor places here around the commute. Of course, the inbound and outbound Parkway East has sluggish traffic between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and then outbound it's heavy as you approach the Squirrel Hill Homestead interchange. Behind the Liberty Tunnels, just traffic light delays. Everything's rolling well on 28 and the Parkway North I-279. Parkway West finally has eased off with just some slow-go traffic around the Banksville on-ramp. Outbound, you have very heavy delays for you as you get up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge, but once you clear the tunnels, things move nicely. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Partly sunny this afternoon, warm and humid, high 87, low 71. It stays warm and humid tonight. Partly sunny, high 94, hot and humid tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
For almost 40 years, Rugby Realty has been a leading real estate company in the heart of Pittsburgh. They specialize in the operation and leasing of iconic office buildings. One Oxford Center, Frick Building, and the Coppers Building. Rugby Realty is leading the effort of converting historic office buildings into luxury apartments and hotels, including the Gulf Tower in 933 Penn Avenue and 4 Allegheny Center on the north side. Thank you, Rugby Realty, for supporting KDK's 4th of July celebration.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Marty Griffin. Right now, buy 4 windows and get 4 free. And 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 412-545-6003. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Life-saving, literally, life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC. I'm not going to let go of this for a while. I was sick as hell in this hospital in Jersey. Part of this hospital group, Cooper, fine. Wonderful people, fine. And on the way there in an ambulance, the EMT told me that I had the lowest blood pressure and oxygen levels he'd ever seen. And that I was approaching sepsis and that I could have died. Why am I telling you this? I get a letter from Cigna Healthcare. You're admitted to the hospital for pneumonia. Documentation of medical instability or failed outpatient observation management have not been received. You were able to eat and drink. Your vital signs were stable. Your exam was stable. Your lab values were stable. Medical necessity for your acute inpatient admissions has not been shown, as your care could have been safely and appropriately provided in a less intensive setting. They denied that I had pneumonia. Ha! They said, we're cool, man. We ain't paying for this crap, saving your life. Modern medicine. Paul, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm calling from Port View. Boy, you brought up some situation from years ago. 2 people involved in saving my life. First of all, my PCP was off. Wow. He was going to be giving me an antidepressant because I wasn't eating.
Wow.
And the doctor that was actually on gave me Protonics. It actually got me a little bit on the road to eating. But what was happening is, because of what was happening, I developed low blood pressure. I ended up with a UTI.
Wow.
And I was coming that close to kidney dialysis. They said probably the next day.
Sepsis.
And,
you were dying.
Yeah.
You were dying.
Exactly. And they told my wife that day, we went to a nurse practitioner. It wasn't even a doctor. And she said, you got 2 choices. Either you drive him over or you get an ambulance to take him over. I went over there. They said I had the beginnings of sepsis. They said it was great because I got there when I got there.
Or you'd have been dead. It's that bad. I got to get to my man, Tim Shuley. Tim's family to me. Him and his bro. The best Sicilian pizza in America. Beyond that, a business that has excelled for generations in Oakland, right in the heart of Oakland. Insane work ethic. Insane commitment to family. And time, I'm not exaggerating this, time after time, they get jacked around or screwed with by government. This time, It's unbelievable what's happened, and I'm going to let Tim tell you. Brother Tim, how are you, man?
Good morning, Marty.
Man, Shuley's Pizza, how long has your family been doing this?
We've been here since 1980, so 46 years.
And how many times have me and you gone to war against the city or the state for screwing you around, for blocking access, and not giving a damn whether you succeeded or failed, sir? How many times? A dozen?
So I'll give you the roundup. We've been battling pre-COVID with parking of like this big construction science tower right next door, blocking our entrance to our driveway, which it's done, it's over with. And guess what happens? A week after they move everything out of the way, they jackhammer the front of our building to the main entrance of La Prima Coffee and Shuley's Pizza, which is I understand they have an agenda to do, but it's a bike lane, and I don't know what it has to do with our sidewalk. Now the second part is we're not getting new water lines, new gas lines, none of that. So I have construction in my blood with pizza. That's what we do. The Italians make pizza and concrete. They say you want to stop an Italian wedding, scream the concrete's here.
Oh my God!
So we know what we're doing. But the thing is, a month and a half, and there's still no sidewalk.
Hold on.
I'm worried.
Tim, tell us where you're at so they understand.
We're on the corner of 5th and Halkett.
Right in the heart of it, brothers and sisters. And these idiots busted up your sidewalk, and they fenced in your business. When did they do it, and how long did they tell you it would take to fix?
So, on my birthday, May 27th, this is when this all happened. So, the guys go, we can't promise any time, but it ain't going to be long. We're going to get it. We're going to get your concrete back in. And they were very nice in the beginning. They put a bridge up to get in and out of our restaurant. But then things started to change. They start going down the street, and then they start going further down the street, and then they come back and they want to put, in like the curbs for the bike lanes. Well, that's fine.
Bike lanes.
How about the pediatric doctor's office next door, where little kids have to use a stroller or a wheelchair, or the crosswalk that people have to walk in the street around the fence.
Damn straight.
But the biggest problem is too, Marty, is they did it across the street. The same project that they're doing, whatever they're running across the street, they're running here. That was done in a week for Carlow University. So then, if you look at the video I sent you,
I posted
to the right, you have a UPMC building, sidewalks untouched. On the other side, you have a children's hospital, another UPMC facility, untouched. But we're the ones without it. We're the ones without a sidewalk.
Who did this
for a month and a half?
Who did this?
Well, I know the contractor. I'm not going to say their name. They can battle it out, because at this point, I've reached out to you many times, but this one has pushed it too far.
Yeah, but
we reached out to the
who's
city.
responsible for the project? Is it the state or local or what?
Project, so it's state, and it's the Port Authority job. They eliminated a bus lane to put in bike lanes.
Unbelievable.
Now in the city in Oakland, right now you're looking at it. It's restricted from 3 lanes to 1.
Wow.
People, I'm standing
it's
outside
a nightmare.
right now.
It's a nightmare.
People are beeping, swearing, screaming. All hell's breaking loose. And then you call 311 and they're laughing at you like, we can't do this. What do you want me to do, buddy? My hands are tied. The only problem I have now is, I hate to say it, is you have to take legal action. Because
they've turned your business into a jail cell. Seriously.
Well, the beauty part is we have a huge following. So on Friday, we had people knocking at the back door, customers. We're blown out with pizzas everywhere, and we have people coming in. Guys, how do I get in the front door? Because I can't find it.
It's unbelievable.
We had to make a sign that says, Shuley's Pizza, around the fence to your right, around the other fence to the front door. I mean, what are we doing here?
I have no idea. It's as if they want to shut you down.
But the other problem I have too is they stuck a pole in the ground, and it's gushing water into our basement. So now they created a new problem. So now, that's what I'm saying. They caused a big mess.
Unbelievable.
And we just want a response, and we want this job done.
Let's get it done today.
And done the right way.
All right, man, I'm on it. I'm reaching out to the people that make these decisions. This has to be done, sir. This is obnoxious and ridiculous.
Yep. And you know what? I'm glad to hear your voice back on the radio, and you doing much well after I prayed for you, and I love you, buddy.
Love you, man. We're family. I'm on this one, man. We posted it all over social. Let's get this done.
Thank you, Marty.
To work so hard for decades to make the best Sicilian pizza in the state, and then to get boxed in like dogs in a cage by contractors who promised you a week, and now we're pushing 2 months. It ain't right at all. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have an accident in the 100 block of Freeport Road in Aspinwall, not too far away from the intersection with the bridge ramps that come from the Highland Park Bridge, so do watch out for that. On the backside of Mount Washington, Menotti Square at Woodville Avenue. This is kind of close to Sawmill Run Boulevard there as you're trying to access the Parkway West ramps or head in that direction between the West End Bridge and the Fort Pitt tunnels. We do watch out for crews who are on the scene with that particular issue. Slow go traffic as you get up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge at this hour. Parkway West on the inbound side is heavy at the runaway truck sand pile. Parkway East just has some sluggish traffic in both directions near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Want to hear a shocking statistic? Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. Don't believe it? Google it. And that doesn't count serious injuries like birth injuries to perfectly healthy children. All doctors wear white jackets, but it doesn't make them all the same. Most medical errors are committed by the same quacks over and over again. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Many hospitals looking for more profits are forcing doctors and their groups to be employees of the hospital or be forced out of their system. It's a troubling trend in medicine. People make mistakes, but medical mistakes are huge and often forever. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury or a misdiagnosis or mistake led to a loved one's death or injury, let our team of medical malpractice lawyers examine your case for free. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwyck Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
What makes 2D Mechanical special? It's service, man. We had a faucet in the bathroom that just wouldn't work. It was flat out busted. 2 plumbers couldn't fix it until 2D arrived, his people. Fix it in an hour, no new parts, and a minimal service charge. It's an amazing company. HVAC experts, plumbing experts, trained by the man himself, Bob 2D Mechanical, 412-771-4100, the best.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hey, Pittsburgh, it's time for Pool City's 4th of July store-wide clearance. For your game room, patio, and backyard, we've got everything you need to enjoy time with family and friends, all up to 60% off. Dive into summer with Pittsburgh's largest selection and savings on all of our products. Plus, enjoy 0% financing for up to 60 months on select items. Hurry, these unbeatable deals end July 7th or while supplies last. Don't miss out. Visit Pool City today.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
At EasyCater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. Like that morning status meeting, always better with bagels. And don't forget the coffee. Ops team working late? How about some power bowls to keep them going strong? Sandy's celebrating 10 years at the company. This calls for cupcakes. With EasyCater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with EasyCater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Curb appeal. That's a real estate catchphrase when they want you to know a home looks really beautiful from the outside. You want the same thing anyway. Hi, this is Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters, which, by the way, each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. You're dealing with the owners. Now, there's no reason to procrastinate. All you have to do is get the professionals to do the job right from the start. And all you need to do is schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust a Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Daniel Fitzsimmons becomes the new president of the Allegheny County Bar Association as the annual changing of the guard is effective July 1st, with a new team taking on one-year terms. Fitzsimmons had served as president-elect for the past year. Also, Arts Landing's pickleball courts are set to open and during a fitting time. When the space was first formally unveiled last year, the announcement showed off a number of amenities, including a playground, band shell, and the aforementioned pickleball courts. When it opened up earlier this year, many of those elements were up and running, but the pickleball courts were not yet functional. Now, the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust and the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership have announced that they will open alongside Picklesburg. This year's festival will be held July 16th through the 19th, and during the festival, the courts will host tournaments, clinics, and learn-to-play sessions. The courts will remain open to the public after the festival is completed. For more on these stories and other local business news, visit PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
Life-saving, literally, life-saving, life-changing information, UPMC.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Before I got sick as hell, we were hanging in New York. A couple observations. This notion that they're rude there, it's just a bald-faced lie. It just is. The nicest, kindest people I've ever met, New York. I'm serious. I don't know where they got that stereotype, but it's crap. Number two, the cleanliness. And Patrick's been, and his wife has been quite a bit, and made similar observations. I'm going to drag him in here. I was there for almost a week. Patrick, I'm not exaggerating, brother. We were all over. I saw, and I know it's New York and there's grime and crap and everything else. However, I was there nearly a week. Saw fewer homeless people. No one, Patrick, panhandling. No one. No one high on drugs. No one, Patrick. No takeover by kids. Not one, Patrick. Somehow, my man, they're managing this mega city better. If we're just going to compare diamonds and diamonds, their best part of town versus ours, downtown, they're kicking our ass. Why? Is it law enforcement? What is it, man? What do you think?
Well, NYPD has a presence everywhere.
They do.
Did you go anywhere where you did not see a cop?
No, he's right. They're everywhere. Everywhere.
And they do a pretty decent job.
Oh, they're wonderful. And my man, we were there for the Knicks game. Patrick, thousands of cops. Thousands. And,
absolutely.
And they handle it like pros. They're not obnoxious. They don't push you. And I know you've been there. And I know your wife is up there a lot. There's no way we can't do the same thing here if we put effort into it. Yes, sir?
Oh, 100%. Now, they have a lot of the same issues we do because they are dealing with judges same way that are just
Absolutely.
releasing these people.
Absolutely.
No charges or dismissing them or, ROR, no bail. They're just cutting them loose, and they are going right back out and stealing again. My wife has stores where people would come in with bags, empty bags, and they would literally just go down the store shelves and take the entire wall of denim down, take all the jeans.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
but
it would happen every week.
In the time we were there, which, by the way, happens at Lululemon 4 times a week, in the time we were there, I didn't see one person zombied out on drugs. No one sleeping in the street. No one crapping in the street. I'm being honest. No one urinating in the street. And the streets were clean. In a city, what is it, 9 million? We have 300,000? Just saying, brother.
Oh,
so, Patrick, it can be done,
I'm
sir.
surprised you didn't see any, because it is there.
Okay, but it's not where
you're at a great time.
It's not where millions of Americans are. Patrick O'Connor, before I go, let me say this too. The Statue of Liberty blows your mind. I was in tears. I was. And it made you believe. It just does. You got to take your kids. You got to be present. You got to do this. And we went to one Broadway show and sat in the front row, and it was magnificent. The Outsiders. For folks who don't like Broadway, you need to be drug tested. It's a hell of a town. It's a hell of a place. It's a hell of a place for your kids to say, damn, Dad, this is kind of cool. By the way, before I go, Patrick, average rent in Soho, $7,100 a month, Patrick. 1 bedroom, sir.
God.
That's $1 million home, is it not, Patrick?
Oh, yeah. and to do that, you got to have like 12 roommates in that 1 bedroom apartment.
My nephew's in Brooklyn, which is gorgeous as hell and hip as hell. $5,500 a month. 1 bedroom, sir. Kicking your ass to live in New York. It's rough on the middle class.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, I hear this all the time, and folks get scared about their debt. If you're struggling with your debt, give my friends at Harold Shepley & Associates a call. Right, Harold?
Absolutely. We have offices throughout Pennsylvania, but you never need to come into the office. It's always a free consultation, and there's no travel required, so there's no reason to pick up the phone and not give us a call.
And don't hide from it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be ashamed. You want to get back on your feet, and you need some help.
Check them out. ShepleyLaw.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies at 12 noon. I'm Pat Septak. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. Be prepared for hot, sticky weather this week. News Radio KDKA's David Bolorado has tips from a local expert on how to make the best of it.
Dr. Don Yealy is chair of emergency medicine and chief medical officer at UPMC. He says people who have to go outdoors should make sure they have built-in brakes to escape the heat and humidity and to stay hydrated, preferably with a drink with electrolytes or water if that's not an option. He says the weather can especially pose a risk of heat illness for those with underlying conditions like high blood pressure.
Many people use medications that either change their heart rhythm or change how much fluid they retain to help control their blood pressure. That's a great thing to keep you healthy in the long term. But in the middle of a hot spell, it may make you a little bit more prone.
Yealy recommends those with underlying conditions who don't have air conditioning to take advantage of cooling centers. And he says it's also a good time to check on your loved ones to make sure they're taking precautions as well. David Colorado News Radio, KDKA.
One way to stay cool, if you live within city limits, the city of Pittsburgh is activating its cooling centers. News Radio KDKA's Rob Taylor has the locations.
And the 5 Healthy Active Living Senior Centers that will also serve as cooling centers are in Sheridan, 720 Sherwood Avenue, Homewood, 7321 Frankstown Avenue, in Beachview at 1555 Broadway Avenue, in Greenfield at 745 Greenfield Avenue, and on the south side at 12th and Bingham Streets. Centers will be open today through Thursday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. And officials are reminding everyone about the importance of staying hydrated and drinking plenty of water. Rob Taylor, News Radio, KDKA.
State police in Indiana County are investigating a shooting involving an Indiana Borough police officer. State troopers say officers were responding to a domestic disturbance call on North Cherry Avenue. That's when the male suspect threatened the officer with a shovel. A foot pursuit ensued, and the officer was able to catch up with the suspect, who then allegedly stabbed the officer with a knife multiple times in the head and face area. During the struggle, the officer discharged their duty pistol, striking and fatally wounding the suspect. The suspect was pronounced deceased at the scene. The injured officer was then transported to a local hospital for treatment of their injuries. In Armstrong County, state police have made an arrest in the fatal stabbing of an elderly woman. The suspect is identified as 37-year-old Menki Zhang of Gilpin Township. Police say she stabbed 79-year-old Rosalind Cooper, then barricaded herself inside and refused to cooperate with responding officers from the Southern Armstrong Regional Police Department. That's when state police took over in the investigation. Zhang exited the residence and was taken into custody without further incident. She's been charged with criminal homicide and aggravated assault. The U.S. Supreme Court today ruled to uphold a Mississippi law that gives people a grace period to have their mail-in votes counted. The ruling also paves the way for similar laws to be upheld in dozens of other states. More from ABC's Devin Dwyer.
This was a 5-4 decision by the Supreme Court in an opinion written by Justice Amy Coney Barrett, the youngest conservative on the bench, upholding a Mississippi law that allows the late arriving ballots up to 5 days after Election Day to get counted in that state, and effectively preserves similar statutes in 29 states around the country that have a grace period for voters who don't get their ballots in by Election Day, but a short period after.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 222 points. The Nasdaq is up 365 points, and the S&P 500 is up 61. KDKA Sports, the Pirates are in Philadelphia for a series with the Phillies. Braxton Ashcraft gets the start for the Bucks. First pitch at 6:40. KDKA radio news time is 12:04. Time to call Rhino Shield at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41. Don't paint. Go Rhino. Currently, it is 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page, or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them.
I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill? For miles. To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but will work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
When it comes to your home, trust means everything. At Home Genius Exteriors, trust starts with a conversation and a free roof and attic inspection. And it's earned with every roof we install. Let our dedicated project team and certified installers give you peace of mind. Call now and get 50% off all roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
I want you to want me.
Cheap Trick, all washed up. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famers bring you all the hits, plus music from their new album, All Washed Up. September 22nd, the Palace Theater. Get tickets now at thepalacetheater.org. Produced by Drusky Entertainment and SLP Concerts.
For almost 40 years, Rugby Realty has been a leading real estate company in the heart of Pittsburgh. They specialize in the operation and leasing of iconic office buildings. 1 Oxford Center, Frick Building, and the Coppers Building. Rugby Realty is leading the effort of converting historic office buildings into luxury apartments and hotels, including the Gulf Tower and 933 Penn Avenue and 4 Allegheny Center on the north side. Thank you, Rugby Realty, for supporting KDKA's 4th of July celebration.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Partly sunny this afternoon, warm and humid, high 87, low 71. It stays warm and humid tonight. Partly sunny, high 94, hot and humid tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Ryan Shalaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. More than 1,000 local homeowners have trusted us to sell their home the simple way. No hassles or fees, just a fair and easy sale. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for a cash offer today. That's 412-500-9057.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
AI is like nuclear energy and nuclear in general. Nuclear energy can fuel a city. Nuclear medicine can cure cancer. A nuclear weapon can kill all of us in a minute and a half. It's the darkness of it and the magnificence of it. It's what I have seen early on with AI and Grok, quite frankly. It's XAI's app. And I've had Grok co-host my show with me live. It's insane. The information you can derive, the memes, the video, the research, the data, insane. However, there's this. This is an insane. I love this group. National Center on Sexual Exploitation. Calling out AIX to stop enabling Grok, listen to this, to create pornography. This is a fact, folks. Well over half of Grok's traffic, according to 2 employees, pornography, sex role play chats, requests for erotica. And it's dangerous as hell. And I'm so damn glad this group fights for this stuff because no one else will. Haley McNamara. Good afternoon, Haley. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks so much for having me.
She's the executive director, chief strategy officer for the National Center on Sexual Exploitation. Haley, this stuff is powerful. It's out of control. It's unregulated. And it's dangerous as hell. Is it not, my dear?
No, it absolutely is. And I think what we're seeing, especially with what these employees have shared, is design matters. And so, like you said, this is a really unregulated space. And so design choices are being made that have really dark implications.
Hey, Patrick, it's unbelievable we're having this talk. I'm in his car one day, and we're playing this AI app. And one of them is cool about Pittsburgh. And then just by changing the dynamic, Patrick, it's making threats, talking smack, hurting people, crazy stuff. And the erotica stuff is everywhere on AI, is it not, Patrick?
It is. It's everywhere. And initially out of the gate, especially on Grok, it was very unregulated. And you could do anything you wanted to and make it as dirty as you wanted it to be. And, it's disturbing. It really is.
Hey, you've had concerns with your own team, Patrick. Let's be honest, right?
Absolutely. And it's conversations I've had with my teenage son. He was in high school. He just graduated high school. And he and some of his classmates, they're aware of other people, in their groups that have made some of these deep fakes, not to the extent that we've seen the deep exploitation, but they would make videos of other people in their class doing things.
Hell yeah.
And, well, we know it. It's just not right.
Haley, dangerous as hell. What do we do, my friend?
Well, really, now is a very important time, I think, in our history to be talking about these issues, because 10 years from now, these issues will be settled, right?
Oh, yeah.
So right now is the time for us to be recognizing it. And we do need stronger regulations. There's a really great bipartisan bill in the Senate called the GUARD Act, which would help keep kids off of some of these chatbots and have some better safety by design requirements. But I think even beyond that, we cannot be allowing AI chatbots and image generators to be creating sexual content.
Exactly.
Inherently, this is going to cross ethical and legal lines. So many AI databases have even been found to have ingested child abuse materials and other very harmful content, and that's to show up in the product and what it puts out. So we believe that any sexual AI is not safe AI.
Hey, Patrick, you follow this stuff more than anyone I know because you're so intuitive. Have they tried it all to regulate it at all? Or is it still whatever the hell you want on Grok, with Grok?
There hasn't been any federal regulation on this.
Right.
That's I think part of the issue is there's no teeth to anything out there. It's all, everyone is making up their own rules as they
Tell me
go.
this 5-month thing you just sent me. This is fascinating. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, so 5 months ago, the lawsuits started coming in, and XAI was named in lawsuits from people who were targets of these sexual deep fakes. And X did change the models where they are supposed to restrict the ability to, create these deep fake pornography images, but we're still seeing that some of these things are still happening, but not to the extent that they were, but it is still out there.
And Haley, they're creating these bizarre relationships with AI where young boys are lured into sending sexually exploitive pictures, and then money's demanded, and then there are suicides. Haley, this is serious, dangerous, important conversation, isn't it?
It absolutely is. I know of a really tragic case where a young man was sent a deep faked sexual image of himself. So he never even took a compromising photo, but someone created one, used it to extort him, and it ultimately resulted in him being so terrorized that he ended his own life. These are actually lives are on the line. And I would add, even beyond image generation, chatbots, there have been lawsuits starting to come out where chatbots have essentially abused children with the kind of language and scenarios that they're talking about with children. If an adult stranger sent those kinds of messages to a kid, that adult would be put in jail. But because it's a chatbot, no one's being held accountable.
Haley, we fought this fight from the beginning with the internet. Leave them alone. Let them do what the hell they want. We're way beyond that, are we not, Haley McNamara? Are we not?
We should be. We should be learning from the fact that we did not have comprehensive federal child safety online legislation for social media. And what has that left us with? It's left us with skyrocketing cases of child abuse, grooming, exploitation, let alone addiction, mental health struggles of kids on social media. Now is the time when we should be preventing that from happening in AI. And we can't wait 30 years or 10 years to take action on it.
What do you say, Patrick? Watch your kids closely, though, in the meantime, right, brother?
Absolutely. Educate your kids and watch what they're doing. You have to.
Beyond that, Haley, we just got to make sure that this doesn't continue, do we not? Because people are dying, literally dying.
Yeah, they are. And I think sometimes people don't recognize how severe this issue is because it's happening on a screen. You might not know that your neighbor is involved deeply with an AI chatbot. You may not know that your child is involved with an AI chatbot or their friend or someone on the school bus. So having conversations with your kids is so important. A great way to start that conversation, if you're trying to avoid invoking any shame or fear about the kid maybe not wanting to share with you, mention that you've just heard about this on this interview.
Nice.
Use this interview as a resource to start the conversation with your kids.
Haley McNamara, Executive Director, Chief Strategy Officer, National Center on Sexual Exploitation. Anything you need, we're here. Thank you, Haley.
Thank you.
It's important stuff. Patricia, hang in there. We'll be right back to you.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Are your property taxes too high? You have from July 1st until September 1st, 2026 to file an appeal of the Allegheny County Property Tax Assessment. Contact Richard Ernsberger at the law firm Barrenden Ernsberger. Call 412-391-2515 for the help you need.
You've spent decades building your savings and planning for your future. Now the focus shifts from accumulation to protection. From growth to sustainable income you can depend on. I'm Brian Quaranta, and at Secure Money Advisors, we help retirees build structured retirement plans designed to help protect what they've worked so hard to build and preserve. To learn more, claim your copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Tootie Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. Tootie culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 3D Mechanical Systems. They're the people you want working in your home. So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, they help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Now, boys are curious as hell. I'm going to tell you when I was growing up and how the world and the dynamic of porn has changed. Boys are so damn curious. I had a cousin, my cousin Jack, lived about 200 yards from me. They had this old garage. This is a true story. And we would sneak, a bunch of us in the neighborhood, boys, young boys, 12, 13 years old. We would sneak into the garage where we found, he heisted a box of his old Playboys. We had to, they were dusty and torn and weather-worn. And we established a Playboy club from that because we were curious and enamored with naked women, because boys are. To acquire a video back in that day was, for a minor, next to impossible. Sometimes acquired through the mail, sometimes through back rooms, sometimes in the drawer of a buddy's mother's bedroom, to be blunt. It was that difficult and nerve-wracking. Today, one phone, 1 second, one click, one moment, one chat bot, one porn site, one chunk of your day. Your kid has access that is immeasurable and volatile and dangerous as hell. Right, Patrick? I mean, we see this all the time. And Patrick, I'm not going at young men because I was curious and you were curious and they're curious. Yes, sir? Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, heck, I've seen this with my own teenage son.
Right on.
You know, at summer camp, there was a kid who was telling all the other kids about the different porn that they were watching and giving them tutorials and how to find it. Yeah, it's real easy. It's why you've got to watch their devices.
And my man, now these same boys that are brighter than we were and more acute, more available to them, and more adapted to tech, they can create devastatingly real pornographic images that are dangerous with these apps. Can they not, sir?
Yeah,
in this AI.
They can take pictures of their classmates and turn them into graphic pornography.
Which, but by the way, that's happening. So this isn't out of line, yeah. Is it not, sir?
No, it's not. We saw it 10 years ago with celebrities.
We did.
And it was about what all it was confined to back then. But now it's so easily available to everyone that we're seeing more and more of this.
It's up to us to keep an eye on our kids until the government does something about this. But it's on us. And if you're not doing it, if there are grandparents out there, aunts and uncles, you got to start today. Meantime, something pleasant from my friend Patricia in Bloomfield. Thanks for holding, my dear. Good afternoon.
Marty, I have to tell you, I'm going to give you two stories of tears, or happy tears.
Aww.
I'm so happy to hear your voice.
Aww.
I'm praying for you. I'm so glad. Anyway, your slogan on your commercial should be, Marty, he's live and talking. He's alive on your slogan. Like it? I love it. Anywho, anyway, pray, but I was thinking about praying. Here's what prayer is going to be. Prayer is talking to God, asking him for whatever is in his will to be done. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But anywho, I'm upstairs asleep with my sister's downstairs making a coffee, and I'm not lying to you. I ran down the steps. She goes, Marty's on, Marty's on. I almost tripped down the steps to hear you. And then I said to myself, your wife was on TV last week, and I said, well, if his loving wife is on TV, he must be doing well. Wonderful. And then I thought to myself, poor woman, she's got you, and her parents not well, and her 3 kids. Poor woman, I prayed for her. And then I said, who's going to replace you? Oh, my God. I went down the list. I said, that ain't going to happen. I'm not lying, Marty. I call you all the time, and our radio is on KDKA every day. I knew everybody and everything like it. The next tearful experience, but a happy one, is the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, my gosh, it was amazing.
First time in 2012, we take the circle line and we go around it, and we're not close to it. And we're looking, and I talked to my twin sister. I told you I have a twin in Bluefield.
Yes.
And we turned around, and then we looked at each other, and I said, are you crying? I said, yeah.
All of us, hold on. All of us, the entire family was crying when we were there. All of us.
You know what? And then, I know, and people understand. In the second trip we went for our 65th birthday, we went actually on the Statue of Liberty. We didn't go to the top because it was too hot, but and the reason why, and this is funny that we're listening to the 250 thing of it, every immigrant show, every German, not anything, when anybody comes to this country, it's so, I actually think of her as a person. I really do.
You know,
I really do.
Patrick might know this. Hold on. Just Patrick might know this, but there's this insane line to get on this elevator to go to the top of the statue, or you can take the stairs. We walked the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
We walked the stairs. It was amazing. It was worth every step.
Wow, that's what I want to do. But anywho, when you see that lit up on anything on TV, every time I see it, I say, thank you.
God bless America.
Lady Liberty.
Hell yeah.
That's right. We have our problems, and then thank you for the doctors. You think, my sister, I know 3 people that died of sepsis, and I just heard what happened to you. You know what? You're very blessed. I'm
a lucky SOB, my dear.
And I know why he has you for a reason, so you can continue to do all the things that you do. Love you, Marty. Bye.
I love you, dear. Thank you. 200 steps to the top of the 200 plus. It's crazy. It's a lot, but it's worth the walk. And you're not tired because you're so exhilarated. The top of the Statue of Liberty. It's magnificent. Hey, folks, it's Marty. Time to get some windows to cool the house in the hot summer. Universal Windows Direct. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free. 48 months of 0% interest financing. Folks, cut down on the cost of cooling your house. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. They're great windows. It's a great company. 4 windows, get 4 free. 48 months of interest-free, same as cash. Love it.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 82 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Once again, Commercial Street is closed. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has details.
But this time, unlike last Thursday and Friday, it won't just be for a few hours. It'll be closed for a while. This closure is so they can do last-minute prep work for the demolition of the Commercial Street Bridge, which will mean the much-discussed closure of the Parkway East between Wilkinsburg and Oakland starting on July 10th. The closure that's in effect now means drivers who usually take Commercial Street or Forward Avenue will be rerouted through Monongahela Avenue, South Braddock, Forbes, Beechwood, and Forward Avenues. When the Parkway reopens, this closure and that of 9 Mile Run Trail below will still be in effect for a while crews finish the cleanup to make sure that it's safe for drivers and the people who use the trail. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
We now know the names of the 2 people killed after crashing along the Pennsylvania Turnpike early Saturday morning. The county coroner says that Hunter Fronius and Raymond Foster died while Fronius lost control of the Ford Explorer they were in. It happened near Hempfield Township. The SUV hit an embankment, slammed into an overpass before flipping over. State police are now investigating. Pittsburgh ranks among the cities with the most dog attacks on mail carriers. News Radio KDK's Pat Septak reports.
According to a report released by the U.S. Postal Service, there were 21 dog attacks on mail carriers in Pittsburgh in 2025. That puts the city at number 16 on the list, tied with Memphis, Oklahoma City, and Sacramento. USPS spokesperson Mark Wall is urging dog owners to be vigilant.
Even the most predictable pets can act unpredictably, right? So we asked them to maybe put them in an area when they know what time they're doing their mail delivery, put them in another room, know when the mail delivery comes.
He says mail service can be temporarily stopped if a mail carrier feels unsafe because of the owner's dog. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 237 points. The Nasdaq up 356. The S&P 500 up 61 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update is at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander in the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Cater country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust a Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Take a walk around your house, and unless you've had CertaPro painters paint your exterior recently, you're thinking the same thing. I need to get rid of that drabby paint. I did this with CertaPro painters, and wow, what a difference. Get the job done right because you're working with the owners. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated, and I love that. And 70,000 five-star reviews can't be wrong. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Don't miss your chance to step up and make a difference in your community. The Highmark Walk for a Healthy Community supports over 150 local health and human service agencies across 6 regions, including Erie, Johnstown, and Pittsburgh. To donate or register for an upcoming walk, log on to walkforahealthycommunity.org. Even if the walk in your region has concluded, you can still donate. 100% of funds raised goes directly to the local nonprofit of your choice. So let's get walking and make a difference in your community. Donate or register today. Donations will be accepted through June 30th.
Folks, get your home Coit clean for the Berg's summer and save big. My friends at Coit. 40% off Coit's exclusive signature drapery cleaning. Save 25% off all other Coit cleaning services like carpets, rugs, upholstery, and more. It's amazing. Coit's been cleaning drapes since 1950 and is the only in-home drapery service around. Call Coit now. 1-800-FOR-COIT. That's 1-800-FOR-COIT. Huge savings and a Coit clean home. Coit, Pittsburgh's premier home cleaning service. The best.
Oakmont Bakery. Whether you're hosting a graduation, planning a wedding, or a family picnic this summer, Oakmont Bakery would love to be a part of your special day. With expertly decorated cakes and cupcakes, cookies customized in your colors, sandwich rings and breakfast platters, with an endless selection of dessert cakes, pies, and pastries, open 7 days a week. Remember, at Oakmont Bakery, we create delicious memories.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice, the Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Right now, we'll make your move to the Village perfect too.
up to $2,000 toward moving costs. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Warm and humid for this afternoon with some sun and a high of 87, then clear to partly cloudy tonight. Still warm and humid, low 71. Partly sunny, high 94 tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
What is life-changing medicine? The discovery of cancer at the earliest possible stage, challenging limits and transforming the impossible into reality, or connecting people to doctors and specialists when they need it most. At UPMC, we believe life-changing medicine is all those things. Our goal is to change the world of medicine and the lives of those around us. UPMC, changing healthcare, changing lives. Life-changing medicine.
Hope is not a strategy. Investments are not a retirement strategy. Market volatility, rising taxes, healthcare costs can quietly erode a lifetime of savings if you're not prepared. This is Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We're helping families every day create structured retirement income plans designed for clarity, stability, and long-term confidence. To learn more, you can claim a copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at progressive.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Patrick, who honestly is the glue that holds the show together and continues to do so, except he's in Arizona. My man, outside of this week, which is an anomaly here, how long have you been in the new? First of all, where are you in Arizona?
So we're in Phoenix.
Kind of outside.
Yeah, technically in the city of Phoenix. We're about 20 miles north of downtown, but it's still the city.
And
So I'm in the city of Phoenix, in the suburb.
I was reaching out to you a couple times, obviously in the last week or so. You had temps already well above 100 degrees, right?
Oh yeah, it was 116 2 days ago.
No, 116.
Oh, yeah. So, which is not a record. Apparently, a year ago it was 122 here.
No.
Oh yeah. Today. Like right now, it's 90 degrees.
So you've actually enlightened me. This is actually brilliant stuff. So when you live out there, you kind of shift, if I'm being accurate here, you'll tell me, you kind of shift your mindset to, I'm working before it gets to be 120 degrees. Kind of describe what you see with your neighbors and how early you see them moving.
If you're doing things outside, you're going to do them a lot earlier before the sun comes up, or at least on the earlier part of the day before it gets super hot. I've never seen this many people up and about, at 5 a.m.
So
I have neighbors that are out. It's the only time they can walk their dogs and do all that because unless your dogs are wearing protective booties or something, you're not going to walk them when it's 104 outside.
No way.
Because they're going to burn their little paws.
So he has this magnificent house in this insane spa kind of pool, resort kind of pool. But if you look over his shoulder in the live stream, you can see these mountains. And by the way, what did you say, brother? It's a great asset for hiking and running or biking, whatever you want, right?
There are trails and bike paths everywhere, all over. Bike lanes, galore.
But, my man, you got to be chill You can't go up into that at 115 degrees, can you?
Absolutely not. You can't. And, just because there's not a lot of humidity doesn't mean it's not dangerous heat. So you got to hydrate. You got to make sure you're not spending too much time outdoors because it'll sneak up on you real quick. That heat will suck the life out of you, man.
Wow, brother. All right. I want to play. I wanted you to hear that. I'm going to ask him the temperature every day because I'm enamored with this story. I want Trevin to play 2 clips for me. This is from inside Capitol Grill about a week ago. Inside, listen.
South 80, we're getting flagged down for another call in front of Capitol Grill.
Delta 80, copy.
Got flagged down at Capitol Grill for an officer fighting someone.
80 and 19 out of Capitol Grill.
Flag 19, we have 1 detained.
1 detained on 5th, 1657.
South 80.
Delta 80, go ahead.
We currently have this under control. They're going to check out the other car right now.
I copy that.
Now, that was, because I know, 2 tables full of morons who fit the MO for the idiotic teens who have committed crimes downtown. They ate a big meal at Capitol Grill and decided not to pay. Literally walked out. It hit the fan. This is what we're doing now in America. I ain't paying my bill. 6 people said, screw you, Capitol Grill. One more clip, please.
Roberto Clemente Bridge on the downtown side. I could start zone 2 if needed. This is DPW supervisor calling in for 4 juveniles climbing the bridge. They're right in the middle.
21, I copy. I got 41 with me. 44, I got that with you.
Those units, there's at least 1 juvenile in the arch right now. Let me know if you want fire EMS started.
Like 21, that's a fire. At least start fire with a ladder.
So, another group of morons. The same teens that are beating people up and robbing downtown and shooting people and stabbing people decide, let's climb the damn bridge. We just had a free meal at Capitol Grill. I had to grab one of my boys, JK, who sees this on a daily basis, who fought this his entire career. My man, that train of criminal idiots is not slowing down, is it, sir? Is it?
No, they don't even have an intention of slowing down. Nobody's trying to stop them from slowing down. Nobody's deterring them. There is no deterrent. The law enforcement and a sign at Market Square, that's just not going to cut it.
Nope.
We need a lot more work from the courts. The extreme levels that they're willing to take it now to see how far they can get away with it. Okay, so now it's the restaurants, it's climbing on top of bridges. It just grows and grows and grows. And I don't see any changes in the future. I just don't see it. They're not making any moves to get anything accomplished.
Yeah, it starts out with, oh man, we're kicking ass in Market Square. And it evolved into, we're kicking people's asses in Market Square. Did it not, sir?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when are they going to wake up?
I don't know.
And see the light? Our biggest problems in this entire system is the judicial system. The juvenile judicial system, it just don't exist. They're not there to help them. They're not there to protect them. And they're not there to keep them out of trouble or change their ways. They keep them stupid. They don't educate them. They let them run wild. And then they just wait for the cycle to hit. They're going to wait for them to either die or prison because they don't have a plan. And that is their plan. Just let the course, let it take its course. Whatever happens, happens. Because if they truly cared about the kids and they say, we don't want them incarcerated, we don't want them in jail, we want to protect them, we want to help them, we don't feel like they're getting the same justice as other kids. Okay, so what are they doing? Nothing. They're not doing anything.
And my man,
nothing is being accomplished.
And my man, beyond that, brother, we start losing the big players like Capitol Grill, my man, we're screwed. Big time. Big time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm born and raised Pittsburgher, came back to Pitt places. I love this town. I want my kids to stay in this town. I want this town to prosper and succeed and be successful and be safe. But until it's safe, employees can't get to work. Restaurants can't sell food. They get it stolen from them. It's complete and utter chaos. I truly believe that the FBI or the feds need to investigate the juvenile judicial system because it is corrupt.
I agree.
I'm telling you.
It's
I've
broken.
talked to some people. I've even been interviewed by a guy. So I know people are paying attention sometimes, but they're not doing anything. Nothing's getting done. But a federal review of the Allegheny County juvenile judicial system needs to occur. It needs to clean the slate, straighten it out, and get things back on track to follow the rules of procedure, prosecute crimes, and adjudicate juveniles appropriately, and handle the courts appropriately. Let the victims participate would be nice. We still got victims out there that have no clue what's going on in some of their incidences. But until the courts get their stuff together, nothing's going to happen, because once they start bringing down the hammer, everybody else will fall in place.
But let me say
police
this.
Will start
and let me
doing
say
more
this, because
work.
you know this, and this has worked. We can't stop this narrative. We can't stop reporting. I have been begged. They begged me not to stop this. It's important, isn't it?
It's tremendous. Like, my pipeline information has grown so big since I've been on your show. Your show goes all over the country, even in other countries. But like, I get calls from North Carolina, South Carolina, the Midwest, Vegas, Florida, Democratic, Republican run. They're listening and they're paying attention, and they all say the same thing. I left Pittsburgh because my kids couldn't safely go to their employment in downtown Pittsburgh, so the whole family moved. I don't want to move. I want to stay in Pittsburgh. I want to save it. I want to see it come around. I want people to be able to go out and get a meal in downtown or see the theater, without fear of being attacked. I talked to a nice retired lady over the weekend, and she says, my whole family, we've been dying to go to the theater in town for years, but we're terrified to go. We're terrified to walk from our car to the theater. Like, we can't park a car and walk to see a movie. Yeah. And she says, and you can't stay and then go enjoy a nice dinner in time. It's a fear element. Like, we're going to run out of there. So we don't go, and a lot of people that way, that they don't feel secure. They don't feel safe.
They don't.
The little old ladies are, we got 2 murder victims down there, juvenile murder victims, ladies hit with bricks, stores destroyed. Now they're climbing on our bridges.
It's unbelievable.
What are we going to do here?
Hey, before you go.
Invasion of Target.
Before you go, you're one of my boys, and I love you for it. You lived this sepsis nightmare long before I ever knew how serious it is and was. Did you not, sir?
Yeah, I did. That's why, I always said if you're going to get sick, Pittsburgh's the town to get sick in. We got the greatest medical personnel and people in this town, but there are some flaws, and life isn't perfect.
Right.
I had a septic incident in 2018.
It's unbelievable.
Went to the emergency room. I didn't get a bath or a shower for 3 days. I was disheveled, talking out of my butt, not talking clearly.
Wow.
Wasn't thinking right, didn't understand, called the doctor. He says, go to the emergency room immediately. I think you have an infection. I go to the emergency room at St. Clair Hospital, and St. Clair Hospital threw me out of the hospital and said I was a drug seeker. So I go home, come the next day, the doctor's looking for me at the hospital and says, where are you at? And I says, I'm at home. They threw me out. They said I was a drug seeker. And he says, go back. Right now, I'll meet you there. He literally met me at the front door. I had a friend drive me there. And they did blood work and an MRI and determined that I was septic. And I had a pea-sized cluster of pus infection inside my spine in my neck.
It's unbelievable.
Spent 18 days in the hospital.
Woo!
2 months on a PICC line 3 times a day. I lost 56 pounds from doing them PICC lines. I was so sick. It was horrible. So, yeah, UPMC. Yeah, that's where I go now.
Right on, brother.
I'm with you, brother.
Thanks for caring, my man. Thank you, brother.
Hey, I'm happy to have you back. I prayed for you every day, a couple times a day, whether you like it or not. God don't want you yet, but we do, brother.
My man. Love that man.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
When it comes to your home, trust means everything. At Home Genius Exteriors, trust starts with a conversation and a free roof and attic inspection. And it's earned with every roof we install. Let our dedicated project team and certified installers give you peace of mind. Call now and get 50% off all roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
Hey, Pittsburgh, it's time for Pool City's 4th of July store-wide clearance. For your game room, patio, and backyard, we've got everything you need to enjoy time with family and friends, all up to 60% off. Dive into summer with Pittsburgh's largest selection and savings on all of our products. Plus, enjoy 0% financing for up to 60 months on select items. Hurry, these unbeatable deals end July 7th or while supplies last. Don't miss out. Visit Pool City today.
This year, America celebrates 250 years, 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
Had a family member grab me on Friday and said, we just left Julian Gray's office. And he changed our lives, the way we think about investments in our children, in retirement, and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayElderLaw.com, GrayElderLaw.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Zero Res wants to help you clean your home. Big summer savings with 3 rooms cleaned starting at $139 and $599 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and ask for the KDKA special.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-979-3535. That's 800-979-3535. 800-979-3535.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. After the Trump administration ended federal subsidies for the less fortunate who signed up for Obamacare coverage, new federal figures just out show about 3 million fewer Americans had Affordable Care Act health insurance plans in February than they did 1 year ago, and it happened just as health care costs rose sharply. For the first time since the start of the U.S.-Israeli war in late February, Iran has now resumed scheduled commercial flights to Dubai. And with U.S. peace talks with Iran scheduled to resume tomorrow, and a snapback rally in the tech sector today. Wall Street is higher this hour. The Dow up nearly 0.5%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ got all the big gainers. That's up 1 1/3%. The S&P is up 0.8%. But oil is higher, too. It's up more than 2%, nearing $71 a barrel. And former Disney CEO Bob Iger teaming up with investor Joshua Kushner, the brother of President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner. They're making a bid to own the NBA's expansion team slated for Las Vegas. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My sister, Sandy Tresser, who is vital in saving my life, my sis. And her daughter is in the this insane program at UPMC because she's brilliant to become a nurse anesthetist. And they're offering insane bonuses and paying off loans and big salaries to keep them in Pittsburgh. It's amazing, actually. It's an insane opportunity. And my sis looked at me and said, what would be wrong with her staying here 4 more years? And I know Patrick knows this because he has his son with him in Phoenix. There is a magnificence to having your kids sitting there at dinner on the beach. My kids picked my old ass up off of the floor in the hotel in New York when I blacked out, picked Daddy up, carried me to the car, packed my bags, and did it the way I was so damn proud. I can't describe the magnificence of having your kids in your presence. We all have that Walton's kind of romanticism. Have all the kids around, all the kids living here, all the kids working here. And when they get old enough, they can all leave. And it's a guy like me that has to know that every single minute I have with those kids, I will covet. And how tough it is to watch your dad blacked out on a floor of a hotel, only to be admitted into intensive care near death and managed in a way that makes me so damn proud. It's a hell of a thing, man. That love thing, that kid thing, it's insane.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Been 30, time would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29, if that'll help, been 29,000, being 75, would have been 9.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on August 4th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
The birds are singing, the flowers are in bloom, the sun is shining. What more can we ask for? Maybe to feel great and be the best version of ourselves. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Isn't it time to take care of ourselves now? We put it off during the cold, dark, dreary days of winter. But it's time now. Get rid of that extra weight, which affects our movement, our physical health, and yes, affects our mental and emotional health. Have more self-confidence and self-esteem. Be happy, be healthy, be alive. Call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
For almost 40 years, Rugby Realty has been a leading real estate company in the heart of Pittsburgh. They specialize in the operation and leasing of iconic office buildings. 1 Oxford Center, Frick Building, and the Coppers Building. Rugby Realty is leading the effort of converting historic office buildings into luxury apartments and hotels, including the Gulf Tower and 933 Penn Avenue and 4 Allegheny Center on the north side. Thank you, Rugby Realty, for supporting KDK's 4th of July celebration.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 84 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock.
I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. Be prepared for hot, sticky weather this week. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has tips from a local expert on how to make the best of it.
Dr. Don Yealy is chair of emergency medicine and chief medical officer at UPMC. He says people who have to go outdoors should make sure they have built-in breaks to escape the heat and humidity and to stay hydrated, preferably with a drink with electrolytes or water if that's not an option. He says the weather can especially pose a risk of heat illness for those with underlying conditions like high blood pressure.
Many people use medications that either change their heart rhythm or change how much fluid they retain to help control their blood pressure. That's a great thing to keep you healthy in the long term. But in the middle of a hot spell, it may make you a little bit more prone.
Yealy recommends those with underlying conditions who don't have air conditioning to take advantage of cooling centers. And he says it's also a good time to check on your loved ones to make sure they're taking precautions as well. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
And if you live within the city limits, the city is activating its cooling centers. News Radio KDKA's Rob Taylor has the locations.
And the 5 Healthy Active Living Senior Centers that will also serve as cooling centers are in Sheridan, 720 Sherwood Avenue, Homewood, 7321 Frankstown Avenue, in Beachview at 1555 Broadway Avenue, in Greenfield at 745 Greenfield Avenue, and on the south side at 12th and Bingham Streets. Centers will be open today through Thursday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. And officials are reminding everyone about the importance of staying hydrated and drinking plenty of water. Rob Taylor, News Radio, KDKA.
State police in Indiana County are investigating a shooting involving an Indiana Borough police officer. State troopers say the officers were responding to a domestic disturbance call on North Cherry Avenue. That's when the male suspect threatened the officer with a shovel. A foot pursuit ensued, and the officer was able to catch up with the suspect, who then allegedly stabbed the officer with his knife multiple times in the head and face. During the struggle, the officer discharged his weapon, striking and fatally wounding the suspect. The suspect was pronounced deceased on the scene. The injured officer was then transported to a local hospital for treatment. In Armstrong County, state police have made an arrest in the fatal stabbing of an elderly woman. The suspect is identified as 37-year-old Menjay Zhang of Gilpin Township. Police say she stabbed 79-year-old Rosalind Cooper, then barricaded herself inside and refused to cooperate with responding officers from the Southern Armstrong Regional Police Department. That's when state police took over the investigation. Zhang exited the residence and was taken into custody without further incident. She's now been charged with criminal homicide and aggravated assault. The U.S. Supreme Court today ruled to uphold a Mississippi law that gives people a grace period to have their mail-in votes count. The ruling also paves the way for similar laws to be upheld in dozens of other states. We have more from ABC's Devin Dwyer.
This was a 5-4 decision by the Supreme Court in an opinion written by Justice Amy Coney Barrett, the youngest conservative on the bench, upholding a Mississippi law that allows the late arriving ballots up to 5 days after Election Day to get counted in that state, and effectively preserves similar statutes in 29 states around the country that have a grace period for voters who don't get their ballots in by Election Day, but a short period after.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 206 points, the Nasdaq up 346, the S&P 500 up 57 points. KDK Sports, Pirates in Philadelphia for a 4-game series. Braxton Ashcraft gets a start for the Bucks tonight. First pitch, 6:40. KDK Radio News Time is 1:03. Right now, partly sunny and 84 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will be partly sunny. It'll be warm and humid with a high of 87. We'll have a low of 71 with a few clouds tonight. Partly sunny, hot and humid, high 90 for tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
This is attorney Christine Brown Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Running a big city is insane. More liabilities and assets, loss of population, increased pay, benefits, pensions. Big companies saying, I don't want to mess with it. It ain't easy. And then there's the redundant, repetitive, make the nonprofits pay in Pittsburgh. Okay? I had to grab the mayor on this because, in case you want to know, Luke Ravenstahl sued UPMC. Gainey hated them. Made it very clear from day one. And Veduto, he quit on UPMC and us toward the end of his term. What I find fascinating is they could not do what Corey has done. And let me read you a text from some of the folks involved in what's happened in the last week with contributions to the city and commitments to the city. You can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Mayor O'Connor, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Is it that simple? Honey versus vinegar, sir? Is it that simple?
You know, I think, you know, it was a big day for all of us. And, you know, we've really never had something like this in the 20 years we've been discussing this. And, you know, for us, it was sitting down talking about, and we said it, you know, when we were running for this office, we were going to be specific with the missions of nonprofits. And it's not just the hospitals. You know, look, I just heard the commercial for the laborers who stepped up and gave us $300,000 for ball fields.
Sure.
I think if you go and you're talking about a partnership and long-term agreements with the city that's going to benefit our residents, and as you know, you said it even in the intro, you know, the argument about taxes, that's out of our control as local government.
Yep.
So we have to figure out, instead of collecting $0, we're now collecting $55 million. And that money wasn't going to go into the city coffers because I want this money to go out into our neighborhoods. So when you're talking about creating a good, safe environment, if it's going to paramedics as well as firefighters and their equipment that's going to save lives, that was our negotiating tool, and we sat down and we had those discussions with UPMC and with Highmark.
And this could even grow more, sir, could it not?
It could. You know, I think to get it done in a 5-year deal is a great start, and I think there's other things we can obviously work on in the future. But I think for us, the big hurdle, and it was a promise that we had made probably on your network at some point, was that we were going to get this done. And, you know, to get it done in the first 6.5, 7 months is a good sign that, you know, people are willing to invest in Pittsburgh. People are willing to, you know, put their money where their mouth is and help our residents. And I think the more we push, especially from our office, to create that environment, the more people are willing to come and invest in Pittsburgh, because it's only going to benefit all of our residents.
But it also has to do with you, sir. Your willingness to sit down and say, all right, let's do this. Let's make it work for everybody. Is it not, sir, part of how you were raised?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we all have differences of opinion. And I think, you know, for me, it's getting around the table, talking to people. Or is everybody going to agree on everything? No. But how do you move the ball forward? And I think, you know, my chief of staff, Dan Gilman, did a great job in negotiating details throughout this process. And credit to the Highmark staff and UPMC staff for sitting at that table as well. But again, it's we all have to work together to make Pittsburgh a better place for all of us. And I think, you know, when you're building momentum like this, announcements like this go a very, very long way. And, you know, Marty, we'll sit down with almost anybody that's willing to invest or has a stake in Pittsburgh. And we meet with community organizations, neighbors, residents. You know, it's part of the job. We're actually in Brookline now grabbing lunch. So, you know, you got to be out there and talking to people who may have an idea or may have something that we haven't thought of, and everybody has a voice in Pittsburgh.
Where are you having lunch, man? Where?
We are at Moonlit today.
Oh, I love their burgers.
Just had one, yes.
I love their fries, too, man. They put all that stuff on.
I know. I just got done, yes. We're waiting for the bill, and then we're headed back downtown. We stopped. There was a senior center out here we popped into, and you know, we're headed back downtown.
The owner had a restaurant downtown that he lost during COVID, lost his house, lost his savings, started making hamburgers out of Cafe IO on Saturday nights during COVID. This is a fact. Was selling 600 hamburgers on Saturday nights to stay afloat. Now he has 4 restaurants, and they're kicking ass. And, Mayor, it's a testament, is it not, to work ethic and commitment and passion, isn't it, sir?
So you're at Moonlit Burgers. I'm at the cafe on Brookline Boulevard.
Oh, I love that. I love that joint too.
Yeah, they're both good burgers no matter where you go. Yeah, so we have a lot of good burgers across the city of Pittsburgh. But yes, I go to the other burger place right on Duquesne's campus often, and the shoestring fries are great.
It's insane. All right,
and you know, growing up in Roy Rogers' family, you know, we try out all the burgers.
Your father. Was prominent in the Roy Rogers chain. Hey, I'm fascinated by watching you work. And I sent you a video with the mayor of New York jumping in a pool, and then he was playing soccer. Not suggesting you're a socialist, not suggesting you're him. However, that stuff, sir, because you've done all that, and then some. That's how you roll, isn't it, sir? This isn't staged or stayed. This is you, isn't it?
Yeah, we just have you have to have fun, and you got to show your personality in this job, because, you know, people see you just, you know, when you're cutting to commercial or when there's a story on the news. But I think, you know, the social media drive to get out in the community to talk to people, and we're usually mic'd up, and that's when your real personality comes on, because you're not putting on a performance. And, you know, I like jumping into those things. It's fun. I need a break from some of them because I'm running out of good clothes to wear anymore. But I think the reality is, like, you want to be in the neighborhood. You want to interact, especially when it comes to youth, when either we're throwing out a first pitch or pitching batting practice. Like, you want the kids to know that you're accessible and their families to know that the mayors are all accessible.
Hey, Mayor, and we've talked about this, and I expose this quite a bit on social. big cities, in downtown areas, still have this massive problem with teen crime, homelessness, mental illness, drug abuse. Do we have the capacity and the capability, sir, to wrap our arms around this?
We do. I mean, I think, our co-response we just relaunched the other day.
I like it.
We are working on, special permits that were out in Market Square have shown a real decrease. And you're right, there's these teen takeovers that are going on everywhere. But we're not just relying on special permits and outreach. We're also doing more working with the youth. As I mentioned before on your show, RK Mellon stepped up with $1 million with Partners for Work to have year-round employment for our kids. And we know most of those kids, that money's not just for them to buy a snack on the way home. In some cases, they're supporting their family members. So, doing programs like that, showing that the city of Pittsburgh can have year-round youth employment, provides them with opportunities as well. So it's a balance of both. But what we're seeing, just like we did, a special permit in the South Side over the weekend, we're seeing that events are becoming more vibrant, and it brings more people out, even the teens. We want teens and youth to come to all of these events and be part of the celebrations. And I think when you get more of those vibrant events going on, you see a decrease in issues, and we're tracking those numbers right now, and hopefully, these programs work.
I want to take a walk with you live downtown at some point. Is that cool?
I'm here.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
You know how to find me.
Hey.
Just not Thursday. I think it's going to be 98 degrees.
No, man, we're cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Mayor, before you go, do your kids know you're the mayor? Do they know? You know what I mean?
It's funny when we go to the Giant Eagle and somebody will say, hey, Mayor, and they're like, oh, they called you Mayor. And I was like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I think they know it's a little bit different than it used to be, and they have fun with it, yeah.
Mayor O'Connor, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you, guys. Take care.
My man never says no, and that's extraordinary.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
What makes 2D Mechanical special? It's service, man. We had a faucet in the bathroom that just wouldn't work. It was flat out busted. 2 plumbers couldn't fix it until 2D arrived, his people. Fix it in an hour, no new parts, and a minimal service charge. It's an amazing company. HVAC experts, plumbing experts, trained by the man himself, Bob Tootie. 2D Mechanical, 412-771-4100, the best.
Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune, Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks while protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Celebrate America's 250th with huge savings. I love this. From my friends at Coit during Coit's Red, White, and Renewed sale. I love this. Check this out. Get $250 off any Coit cleaning service. Carpets, rugs, upholstery, draperies, and more. The special expires July 10th. Minimum service applies to qualify. Appointments are filling up quickly for this amazing $250 savings. I love this. So call Coit today. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Celebrate America's Save Big and get your home Coit clean for the summer.
Get ready for summer fun at the Elwood City Summer Festival, July 3rd through the 5th. 3 days of live music, 35 food vendors, 100 crafters, 24 bands, and 1 incredible fireworks display on Sunday. Bring the family for great food. unique shopping and a hometown celebration you won't forget. The biggest weekend of the summer, and it's happening at Ewing Park in Elwood City. It's the Elwood City Summer Festival, July 3rd through the 5th.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's amazing what leadership means. Whether you like Corey or not is irrelevant. But he's done more in terms of getting the big player nonprofits to step up than any mayor has done in decades. It's historic stuff. And the players that I know on the inside, and I do know them, say it's real simple. They sat down and said, let's go. Let's make something fair. I want to grab Patrick, because Patrick's been through this with me. So Ravenstall sued him. Peduto has quit on us and himself. And Gainey hated UPMC. So in steps Corey, Patrick, and boom, home runs, brother. It's fascinating, isn't it?
He started having conversations right out of the gate.
True.
I mean, and he's not saying it was hard work either. He asked them to come to the table, and they all did.
Yeah, in a big way, historic way.
Yeah. Well, his predecessor wouldn't even have the conversations.
No. He hated them. Wouldn't go to the ribbon cuttings for $1 billion hospital, which is why he's sitting at home right now. At the end of the day, it comes down to leadership and a willingness to say, all right, let's go. And they're doing that. Do they have work to do? Hell yeah. They got to do something about the number of cops and the amount of pay for cops, whether it's a fund, a special tax for cops, something, man. Something. That's a gaping hole in a plan to make Pittsburgh and downtown safe. Chris, go ahead.
Well, part of that tax could go to police the area around Mellon Square, which I just left about a half an hour ago. I heard you talking earlier about being in New York City and not seeing any homeless,
right.
And I've heard all the conversations that you have from time to time, you know, talking about the homeless situation. And if people think that you're blowing smoke or exaggerating, let me tell you something, Marty. I don't go downtown very often, but I was down there. As you were having that conversation, you're having the conversation live on the radio, and I'm stopped in front of the waterfall in Mellon Square, right in front of the old Saks building.
Oh, yeah.
I look to my right to admire the waterfall because I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
And a woman, I am not kidding you, pulls her pants down and defecates on the sidewalk right next to my car.
No.
Right next to my car, not 30 minutes ago.
Jesus.
You have got to be kidding.
No.
Not even kidding. So I just thought, if anybody thinks that you're exaggerating, try it. Go downtown. You'll see it. You don't have to look far.
And my man, you can show me all the numbers you want that this is improving or that's improving. I cannot send my wife and kids downtown on the chance that they might not get shot in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Horrible. And in one of the nicest areas in front of the Westin, you know, in front of this gorgeous park, this fountain, you know, there's big tour buses. I don't know who's coming in on these three of those tour buses that are parked there, and this is what they see right there in one of the nicest areas of downtown Pittsburgh.
Hey, Patrick, with Chris still here, I posted a video yesterday, Chris. Patrick, kind of describe it with the homeless person on 2nd Avenue and the shopping cart from Giant Eagle.
So someone driving by just happened to see, surprised the hell out of me. There's a rather large woman in a shopping cart,
I think I lost you.
back down, legs up to the sky, laid out, and someone's pushing her along on the sidewalk.
Hey, Chris. Chris nailed it, though, didn't he, Patrick? This happens in broad daylight, folks crapping on the streets.
Every single day.
It cannot happen. We cannot live on the, it's better downtown. There can't be anything like this downtown. Ever. Ever, sir.
And if there is, when it happens, somebody should be held accountable for it.
There's a restaurant in Market Square and they have outdoor seating. And the owner said, half of our business is gone, half our staff's gone, and soon we'll be gone. For those who think what's changed in Market Square is magnificent, maybe so. But, Patrick, within a few days, the same creeps and grime creep back in, don't they, sir?
They do. They cycle right back through. Yes, we cleaned up for the draft, but yes, these people are back. And it's gotten ugly again.
Ugly again. Kevin, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, how's it going?
Good, brother.
Hey, bro, getting this money from UPMC, where are my tax dollars going now for basic services? These government entities in the city and politicians need to get back to the basics of fundamental and my infrastructure, being safe by the police, and everything else. Once that comes along, everybody will follow. If they feel safe and they feel the infrastructure put together, businesses would want to come move here and everything else. But I just don't know where my tax dollars are going now. The local government's doing jobs of the federal government, which they should not be doing. They should be doing local basic jobs. Thank you, Marty.
Hey, Kevin, hold on. Did you hear about the county in the pension fund?
Yeah, 100. I just read it the other day in the Post Gazette. $90 to $100 million every 20 years.
Hold on.
The next 20 years, they have to find funding for.
Did you hear what he just said? He nailed it. They have to raise $100 million a year for 20 years just to make it solvent. Kevin, that cannot happen.
It's impossible. They said they would have to cut the services of the county police, human services, and public works in order to make that up. They would have to eliminate all of those across the board. It's not going to happen.
Talk about a massive
take over that.
Kevin, that's like having a gunshot wound from a 50 caliber machine gun on your side and saying we're cool.
Yeah. They put a Q-tip on it.
Yes.
And say, we're doing good. It's crazy.
It's insane, folks. $100 million short for the pension. They have to raise that for 20 years just to make it solvent. Wow.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Homebuyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Homebuyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyers since 2015.
So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, they help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200, 412-457-8200.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Buy one window, get a free unicorn. Just kidding. Are you tired of dishonest offers? I'm Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors, and we take your home seriously. If you need windows, roofing, siding, or doors, we'll give you fair, honest pricing the first time, every time. No pressure, no gimmicks. We'll give you a free estimate. You don't even need to be home. Call 412-678-7008. That's 412-678-7008. If you're lucky, we'll throw in a unicorn.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Fairly sunny and 85 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The U.S. has dispatched search and rescue teams to help Venezuela after a pair of powerful earthquakes just seconds apart tumbled buildings to the ground, trapping people inside. Here's ABC's foreign correspondent Marcus Moore.
People banding together to help survivors and their families there in Venezuela. And this rescue effort is facing an ongoing threat. There have been more than 400 aftershocks recorded since Wednesday's earthquake. Simon Medina saying he brought gloves and a shovel to search for his very own mother and brother, adding that they go forward with faith. More than 1,400 people have been killed and more than double that injured. And according to a UN official, some 55,000 people are said to be unaccounted for.
The U.S. Supreme Court has rejected President Trump's attempt to overturn a defamation case against him, won by a woman who says Trump sexually assaulted her. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy has more from Washington.
The High Court didn't explain its decision. It simply issued an order denying President Trump's appeal of the $5 million defamation award a federal court issued to writer E. Jean Carroll in 2022. That stemming from what Trump said about an earlier case Carroll brought in which Trump was found liable for sexual assault. The president denies he committed any offense, but the High Court's ruling means the defamation judgment stands, and he will have to pay.
June is Dog Bite Awareness Month, and the U.S. Postal Service is stepping up efforts to protect its workers. News Radio KDKA's Pat Septak has more.
According to the annual USPS report, Pittsburgh tied for 19th place nationally with 21 reported dog attacks on mail carriers. Pennsylvania ranks as the 5th most dangerous state on the dog bite list. USPS spokesperson Mark Walls says such incidents have prompted the Postal Service to increase safety protocols for its mail carriers.
We instruct carriers if they do feel unsafe, they cannot deliver to the house, or if it's a known dog in a neighborhood, then we just tell the carriers to just stop delivery. Sometimes we ask the neighbors to get involved.
As for pet owners, they're asking for good dog owner responsibility, not only for letter carriers, but for everybody in the community as well. Pat Septak, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 282 points, the Nasdaq up 444, the S&P 500 up 75. KDK Radio News Time, 1:32. Our next update is 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. You're going to get help here. What's stopping people from filing bankruptcy? My friend Harold Shepley has the answer.
So many times people, they want to pick up the phone. They know they need help, but they're afraid of losing their car, afraid of losing their house. They're worried about their credit, or they're just simply embarrassed. And bankruptcy helps you keep those things. We can get your credit back in just a few short months. And believe it or not, about half of your friends have already filed bankruptcy.
Check them out at ShepleyLaw.com.
Hey, Pittsburgh, it's time for Pool City's 4th of July store-wide clearance. For your game room, patio, and backyard, we've got everything you need to enjoy time with family and friends, all up to 60% off. Dive into summer with Pittsburgh's largest selection and savings on all of our products. Plus, enjoy 0% financing for up to 60 months on select items. Hurry, these unbeatable deals end July 7th or while supplies last. Don't miss out. Visit Pool City today.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at EasterSeals.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. So when it comes to your heart, there's no room for compromise. At UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute, innovation, technology, and world-class expertise come together to treat the most complex heart cases, redefining what's possible for patients who need it most. Getting your heart checked can save your life. Schedule your appointment with the region's leader at upmc.com/heart.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Partly sunny this afternoon, warm and humid, high 87, low 71. It stays warm and humid tonight. Partly sunny, high 94, hot and humid tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Zero Res wants to help you clean your home. Big summer savings with 3 rooms cleaned starting at $139 and $599 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and ask for the KDKA special.
In retirement, there's only 2 things that matter: income and growing your money. You don't spend a portfolio, you spend reliable, predictable cash flow month after month. I'm Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We specialize in retirement income strategies built to help protect what you've earned and turn savings into sustainable income. As a fiduciary, our job is to make sure that you don't run out of money and you've got a strategy to keep pace with inflation. To learn more, claim your copy of my complimentary book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
He's reading facts presented to him that way, but that's crap. Listen to this report about number of dog bites. Listen to this crap. Listen.
According to the annual USPS report, Pittsburgh tied for 19th place nationally with 21 reported dog attacks on mail carriers. Pennsylvania ranks as the 5th most dangerous.
That is the biggest load of crap ever reported to man. For them to ask us to believe that these postal employees, who, by the way, kick ass and work their asses off, that only 20 of them are bit in a year? That is a bald-faced lie. Come on, Patrick's here. Patrick, there are some days where 10 will get bitten a day. It's a very, very dangerous job, and dog bites are prominent because we know letter carriers. Yes, sir?
Absolutely. My stepfather was a mail carrier once upon a time. Absolutely. I think that number is way higher than that.
Come on,
if they're only reporting 20 a year,
come on, Patrick.
No freaking way.
No way. I know letter carriers that are bit 4 times in a year. It's that sketchy.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's one that calls us every so often with stuff. Where's she, Brookline?
Yep. Getting their
Between
ass
the falls and the dogs.
Yeah.
That's hard work, man.
Hold on. She called us, fell 7 times in one day in the ice, right?
Yep.
And bit 4 or 5 times a year. One letter carrier. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't, but God bless them.
There's a reason they carry pepper spray.
Right on, brother. Play the top of that report one more time, please. Trevor, listen to this crap.
According to the annual USPS report, Pittsburgh tied for 19th place nationally with 21 reported dog attacks on mail carriers. Pennsylvania ranks as the 5th most dangerous state on the dog bite list.
That's enough.
USPS.
What is USPS, Patrick? United States Postal Service?
USPS, Postal Service. Yeah.
They're lying. They're lying.
Yeah, I bet the Postal Union has much different numbers.
I bet it's in the hundreds. Hundreds. Anyway, I digress, but I hear BS. I got to call BS, man. Those folks that deliver your mail do magnificent work in horrible conditions. This week, for example, they will be delivering mail on time, 100-degree weather. God bless them. Hey, Patrick, when it's 115 degrees out there in Phoenix, do you get mail still? Hand-delivered?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mail still comes. Everything still runs as usual.
It's amazing. All right.
Just like, when it snows, we still get mail for the most part, unless you don't clear your sidewalk.
No, you're right. Thanks, my man. Hey, Luke, are you still there? Luke? Trevor, is he still here? I don't see him or hear him. Luke.
Hey, how's it going?
There he is.
How are you, my man?
Good. How are you? It's nice to see you.
Again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, again.
I feel like we bonded the last time. Did we bond?
I would hope so.
Luke, have you been bit by a dog?
Luckily, no.
No. How about friends or family?
None of my friends are family, but I think we know how to stay away from dogs. It's kind of, leashless dogs are pretty common in rural areas,
So true.
we kind of stay away.
Where are you at?
I'm in Brownsville, so Fayette County.
Oh, wow. So you did not stay on campus this summer?
No, I chose not to.
Wow. And what went into that? I'm fascinated by this because a lot of my sisters and my daughter's friends, they all stayed in Oakland and they're working. What went into your thought process?
Well, I have a pretty good job at a golf course closer to my home is one. Second, my mom cooks really well. And
player.
I like that power. And I also miss my dog. So it's kind of a mixture of all those things.
What do you do at the golf course?
I kind of do a bunch of things. I'm a caddy, I guess.
Nice.
I'm also kind of a grounds crew, and I work at a shop. So I'm kind of a mixture of trades.
What course is it, man?
Nemacolin Country Club. It's the one in Bellsville.
Big shot.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're at Semicolon. You're out there at Semicolon.
Yeah. Not the one up in the mountains, but the one in Bellsville.
What's it cost to play?
Nemacolin, probably a membership. It's probably like $5,000 now, but for golf for a guest, it's like $100, which is pretty expensive.
Could you hook me up?
I could probably hook you up. It's not a big deal.
Luke, are you decent at golf?
Oh, I hate golf. I don't actually play. I just work.
Wow.
My man.
Yeah.
You know how many young people your age work at golf courses because they want to be golf pros? Patrick, is this a first for you? I've never heard this from a kid who works at a golf course who hates golf. Have you heard this ever?
Yeah, I've never heard anyone who works at the golf course say they hate golf. That's pretty strong.
My man, what kind of meal does your mom make that just crushes it?
I really she recently made like quinoa burgers, and someone who always likes meat usually thinks that would be kind of gross, but it's really good.
No,
it tastes like a burger.
I don't believe you.
I love her ribs. She makes really good ribs. I'm excited for 4th of July.
Wow.
But it's a mixture of so many good things.
Hey, Luke, do you care, and I'm being honest, do you care about national politics? Does it kind of have anything to do with your life or your day at all?
I guess, I think it does more so now because how my student loans work and basically how I'm taxed now and trying to find a job. I think politics are pretty present, but I do think about them, but I try not to think about them because it can be kind of depressing.
This is why I love you. This is Luke Kleister, next Pittsburgh, one of our college kids. My man nailed it. Big changes happening like now with college loans. What's happening to you and your loans?
Yeah, so it is pretty up in the air is what I'm seeing. Yep. I've kind of been ignoring it right now, but we don't really know how much I'm going to get in terms of funding. So it is pretty hard. I know a lot of people who are worse off than me.
Yep.
Like Pell Grants are kind of getting removed for a lot of people in Pennsylvania. So it's very disheartening.
Do you have loan debt now?
I have a good bit, but nothing crazy. I'm not that scared, but we'll have to see post the bachelor's.
How much do you owe?
I probably owe only $15,000 right now. I've been pretty good.
How do you do that? How do you keep it that low?
Well, it's because I only am going to Pitt for 2 years, and I've had my other schools have been pretty cheap.
Nice.
So my parents have been. I've been blessed to have really good parents who are in good financial situations, and I'm just in debt because of apartments and things like that.
Yep.
But yeah.
Hey, Luke, I have told my kids, and I would argue that there's no way in hell I'm sending my son to Syracuse University for $100,000 a year to learn journalism because there are no journalism jobs. Isn't that fair for me to say?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Although Syracuse is like the networking for journalism, but still, it's a 50-50.
Because he's right. The best television broadcast school in the world. However, if I'm sending my boy Luke to Syracuse and I'm spending $500,000, does it make sense, Luke, for you to get out of school and get a TV job for Patrick? What would his starter job be? 22,000, maybe 25, sir, Patrick?
25 to 27 now. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Luke? It's kind of ridiculous, is it not?
Oh, yeah. But I think that is the qualm of anyone wanting to be a humanities major or even a journalist. You're going to be broke, so you kind of want to do it because you want to do it rather than money.
Yeah, but my man, you got to be practical. For instance, my buddy's son wanted to be a veterinarian. $550,000 to go to Penn, best vet school in the world. Luke, he can never pay that back and never own a home. It doesn't make sense anymore, does it, Luke, to do that, sir?
No, it really doesn't. But I think my generation's realizing, like, we're never going to be able to own a home if you want to go to college. So we are just renting.
No, what he's saying breaks my heart. My nephew is brilliant. Went to NYU, law school, top 5 in the country. He owes $600,000. Luke, he can never pay that back. He will never own a home. It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with law school and post-grad is people who are not able to pay it because they don't have a very rich lifestyle.
True.
I mean, they're just going to basically be in debt and they're pursuing their dreams, but at a cost to their entire life.
And Patrick, my man Luke gets it. Patrick, 30% of these college kids now live with their mom and dad. It's the all-time record. Why, Patrick? Because they can't afford anything else. Yes, sir?
Well, they can't afford it, and nobody schooled them ahead of time that they're paying way more than they're going to get, in the real world once they get out of school.
Luke, what you're doing is manageable and pragmatic and spot on, brother. It's actually very smart. Good for you.
Thank you. I am very pessimist about the future, and so I kind of understand how it is. And I think my generation is realizing, do we want to have a financially well-off job, or do we want to, because we only have one life, do we want to pursue something that would make us happy?
Wow.
And it seems like pursuing something that makes us happy is going to make us broke. So that's the hard part.
Patrick, I hate to call him a cynic because he's not. He's kind of sort of spot on in many ways, isn't he, sir?
You're a realist in a lot of ways there, Luke, but you can find a happy medium.
Yeah.
As I've told plenty of people, if you find something you're passionate about, if it doesn't pay your bills, you can always do that on a part-time basis if it's something you really love. Find something you're good at, make that your career, and do the other things to fill the void if you feel you have to.
No, I agree. I mean, the best writers, they have had part-time jobs. They didn't make it till they're 40. So,
my man,
exactly.
Luke, you're fantastic, my man. Love it. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
My man gets it. He's really good.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Your neighbor Mike loves the summers in Pittsburgh, but he hates to paint, so he called Rhino Shield. And right now, you can get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield Shane Smith.
Call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint. Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Marty Griffin. Right now, buy 4 windows and get 4 free. And 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 412-545-6003. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal
I've been burned before. I was just repeating the same patterns. It turns out I had a type.
Workplaces everywhere are looking for love. And by love, we mean the easy way to order food at work. Easy Cater.
I thought ordering from great restaurants at work had to be complicated, but then I met Easy Cater. So many options, so flexible, and when I ordered for 50 gluten-free vegans without going over budget, I knew I'd found the platform I wanted to do life and lunch with.
Fall in love with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Celebrate America's 250th with huge savings. I love this. From my friends at Coit during Coit's Red, White, and Renewed sale. I love this. Check this out. Get $250 off any Coit cleaning service. Carpets, rugs, upholstery, draperies, and more. The special expires July 10th. Minimum service applies to qualify. Appointments are filling up quickly for this amazing $250 savings. I love this. So call Coit today. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Celebrate America's Save Big and get your home Coit clean for the summer.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Lockridge, and I'm the host of a new podcast from Odyssey called Family Lore. In this podcast, I'm going to have people on to tell unusual and sometimes far-fetched stories about their families.
I've heard my whole life that she invented the margarita.
And then we're going to investigate those stories and find out how much of it is true.
He gets a patent 1 month before the Wright brothers. Oh, my God.
Please follow and listen to Family Lore, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
Okay, gas station heroin. So you hear that and you go, all right, that ain't good. Gas station heroin. A near unanimous vote, 200-2. It's legally prescribed as an antidepressant in some countries. It's federally unregulated in America. Think about that.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-979-3535. That's 800-979-3535. 800-979-3535.
Life is all about attitude and perspective. The old saying is the glass half full or half empty. Life will always throw curveballs, so how do we survive and actually thrive? This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Yes, I will get the weight off of you. That's a given. But I also find the root of the eating, and that's always emotional. It's actually weight loss therapy, and I know it works. People lose weight, feel better, and have lifelong tools. I want to help you. I really do. Call me 1-800-900-THIN.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. In my Get Marty segments, I hear from people all the time that have issues with debt. Check this out. If you're having problems with your debt, my friend Harold Shepley can help you right now.
Absolutely. We are a full-service debt relief law firm. We can help you negotiate your debt so you can avoid bankruptcy, or we can file bankruptcy if that's what's necessary for you and your family.
And the truth is, my man, it's not a hopeless situation.
Absolutely not. We're here to get people back on their feet.
I've seen them win, case after case after case. ShepleyLaw.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Daniel Fitzsimmons becomes the new president of the Allegheny County Bar Association as the annual changing of the guard is effective July 1st, with a new team taking on one-year terms. Fitzsimmons had served as president-elect for the past year. Also, Arts Landing's pickleball courts are set to open, and during a fitting time. When the space was first formally unveiled last year, the announcement showed off a number of amenities, including a playground, band shell, and the aforementioned pickleball courts. When it opened up earlier this year, many of those elements were up and running, but the pickleball courts were not yet functional. Now, the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust and the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership have announced that they will open alongside Picklesburgh. This year's festival will be held July 16th through the 19th, and during the festival, the courts will host tournaments, clinics, and learn-to-play sessions. The courts will remain open to the public after the festival is completed. For more on these stories and other local business news, visit PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I got my man Brandon McGinley here with me from the Post-Gazette. He's now one of us. I saw this piece that you guys did. It scared me, quite frankly. To imagine that the county is going to have to raise $100 million a year for 20 years just to become solvent with the pension. Is that real?
Yeah, I mean, I looked into this the other day. Wow. I was looking into it actually with regard to the airport, but the airport doesn't have any control over it. It's just they're just riding on the county situation.
Wow.
I looked at a whole list. The state, it's amazing this isn't talked about more. The state produces a list of thousands of counties, municipalities, everything, and all of their pensions. And Allegheny County is one of the worst in the entire state.
Wow.
And that includes like rinky-dink townships in cities and whatever in like eastern Pennsylvania or whatever. It's really bad.
My man, they cannot raise $100 million for 20 years.
It seems hard to imagine them doing that. Yeah, it seems hard to imagine. But, I mean, because Sarah Innamorato raised taxes, 36% last cycle. I don't remember what that raised, but it was less than that. So you have to raise even more. I'm almost sure it was less than that.
Hey, I'm fascinated because you're so tied into the folks in the city. Why, and I know you have your reasons, why the hell has Corey been so successful at this nonprofit thing versus Ravensdahl sued them, Paduto fell asleep, and Gainey who hated them? Why?
I think that a couple things. I think the city exhausted all of its potential leverage by suing them, and then Gainey trying to sue them, or he didn't try to sue them, he tried to challenge the individual properties. All of the things that you could imagine the city doing to exact money out of them, they've already done. And so I think Corey was left, part of it was that he's left with no arrows left in the quiver, and he has to do what, frankly, everyone else, I think, should have done, which is go and say, we're in this together. And the only way, and you get good PR, we get money, we get EMS vehicles or whatever. I think it works for everyone, and ultimately that spirit of partnership is the phrase I've been using, and it's the only way it's going to work.
My man, tell people how many kids you have.
We have 7 kids.
Okay, the most joyful time of my day is sitting at a table with my kids and my wife.
Yeah.
There's a Tinkerbell moment with that stuff, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I always say to people that combination of the newspaper work and now the radio work, it could absolutely consume me. It would.
Yes,
I could become a 24/7 thing.
Yes, sir.
Very easily.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that makes it so that I do not become completely obsessed with it is that I know that as soon as I step in the door, whether it's after this show that I'm about to do, or whether it's I'm stuck at work late or I get home early, there will be a large number of children jumping on me. And there's no
Peter Pan.
Yeah, I can't be obsessed with like Corey O'Connor and Rachel Heisler and Sarah Innamorato if I'm being jumped on by children.
No, you're my man. Thanks, brother. He's next.
Place for mom.
Let me tell you something about insurance.